gives it to Kyle Lowry. DeRozan in the paint. And DeMar DeRozan right to the rim. And an excellent job getting in there and scoring the bucket. Here's DeRozan. What a great job. Down on the right block in the short corner. He backed it in and connects.
Well, he had Ish Smith on a mismatch, and then Baines was late getting there.
DeRozan! What a move by DeMar DeRozan. It's a 10-2 run, and the Raptors their first lead. DeRozan, season opening, drives, and one.
Beautiful job that time. He gets right by Tobias Harris on the perimeter.
In the corner, and the jumper by Stanley Johnson doesn't go. Ross to DeRozan. DeRozan attacking Lore on the inside.
No contest right there. In space, wheeling, dealing, 11 points, 5 of 8 shooting. He and Valanciunas a combined 21. They're playing great.
Stan Van Gundy looking at everything, going out, bringing in Morris, bringing in a Tobias Harris.
They were good pickups.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Understand that maybe they wouldn't be able to attract a free agent. DeRozan! 19 now for DeMar. Back up top. DeRozan, a lot of it is, you well know, it's just matchup driven as DeRozan knocks it down, and he's got 21. He led the NBA, Andre Drummond, in rebounds with 14.8.
Hey, he's 1 for 1 from the free throw line tonight. That's a 100% for the season.
Career low as DeRozan drills it. A career low 35% last season.
And he shot 35% in the preseason as well, so that's got to be a concern if you Stan Van Gundy.
DeRozan fades and connects. Very efficient tonight, DeMar DeRozan. DeMar. Elbow. Fading. Swish. DeRozan's got 27. And he's doing it with ease.
And he hasn't taken a 3 tonight.
DeMar jumper. Good. And he's got 29. DeRozan 12 of 17. DeRozan on the inside, and DeMar carving up the Pistons. He's got 31.
He's punishing them.
DeRozan, the two-handed slam plus the foul. And so DeRozan's going to head to the free throw line. Wayne Casey wanted him here as well. And a wonderful job by Masai Ujiri and Jeff Weltman and Bobby Webster as DeRozan continues to shine. He's got 36. And I talked to him about his offseason program. DeRozan with the steal.
You and he worked out together, right?
Well, here's the one issue that he said he actually has that I clearly don't, is DeRozan has 38 points. He said he didn't change much of his routine other than just continue to do what he did, and he just ate the way he normally has. And guess what, Jack? The jumper is good. He's got 40. DeRozan 17 of 23, 21 in the quarter. And by the way, Sports Illustrated said that he was number 46, and he knows number 46. He's waiting to get to 46 tonight. The Toronto Raptors win their 4th consecutive season opener under the direction of Dwayne Casey.
All-star, gold medal, great playoffs, new daddy, new contract, 40 points in opening night. It's early Christmas. Early Christmas. Tell me about tonight. I mean, obviously it's been a shortest offseason ever for you. Do you like the way, obviously, you started and your team started in particular?
Yeah, it's still an adjustment, you know, with losing Sully, the injury, not having Lucas, you know, guys going down. We know it's going to be tough, but we got to find a rhythm and be able to play when guys is down like that. We've been doing it the last couple of years. You know, we hope everybody get back healthy.
It's only 1 of 82. It's a long, long season. What do you see? What do you expect from your team this year?
We got to be great defensively. You know, we're going to have nights where we're going to score. Cal had an off night. He's going to have nights where he carry us. Different guys, but we got to rely on our defense every single night.
Congratulations. Great opening night. Thank you. Thank you.
To a man, the players will tell you it's just game 2 of 82, but the capacity crowd at the ACC is going to have none of that. The opener was Wednesday, but this feels like the official start of that journey for the Toronto Raptors. It's BMO Raptors basketball on Sportsnet, and what a way to kick it off. on a Friday night with the Cleveland Cavaliers in town.
Stepping outside, Love's shot doesn't fall, and Valanciunas active on the glass early on with 5 rebounds.
He's playing angle so much better, Matt. He's getting good position. He's quick off his feet, but the key is he's in the right place at the right time.
The 3 is good for Kyle Lowry. So important for him to get that 3 going. DeRozan drills it. And DeMar DeRozan, 1 of 3, his first field goal. Patterson with DeRozan, Valanciunas, and Corey Joseph, and DeMar drills it. Terrence Ross on the court as well. DeRozan, Valanciunas rolling, and the shot rattles around and through for DeMar. DeRozan in the circle. The jumper over Jefferson is good. Very much like what you see with Dwayne Casey when he'll have DeRozan with this group, and then he'll come back with Lowry with another group. Smith 3, short. DeMar with it. Across the timeline in a hurry. Picking up speed. Driving, unable to finish. He'll head to the free throw line. They've cut it to 7. James. Turnover.
Again, defensively.
Here's DeRozan, numbers. DeMar right to the rim. 5-point game and a timeout by Cleveland. LeBron guarded by DeRozan there. Here comes to help Siakam. The pass off of the rim and taken by Carroll. Here's DeMar. Sees a lane, drives, twisting, turning, finishing. You have so much attention on LeBron James, Irving, and then Love, and then all of a sudden on the weak side, who gets it but J.R. Smith. Right?
Well, and that's one of the luxuries of a healthy DeMar Carroll. Hopefully you don't have to give him help on LeBron James and he can contain.
DeRozan's got a dozen now here in the 3rd.
Yeah, every time he goes straight up and straight down in that jump shot, not fading, it's money.
DeRozan, sweet touch.
He's in one of those zones right now. You could see it.
DeRozan attacking. Shot good. 0.4 left here in the 3rd. He pulled up and he drilled it. Lowry, Patterson on a handoff to DeMar. DeMar ties it up. 88-88. 3:05 to go at the Air Canada Center. Raptors down 2. DeRozan sees him. Oh! Throws it down. What a vicious slam. He had all of Canada behind that one.
Oh my, he just turned the corner and threw that down.
32 for DeMar.
Nasty. Whew. But that was just a great read to allow that play to develop.
So here looking for Lowry, and he gathers it, fires, no. That's going to do it. 94-91. Cleveland takes the first of 4 meetings between these 2 teams.
The highest scoring teams early in this NBA season in the Denver Nuggets. The Toronto Raptors have taken care of business at the other end. One of the better defensive teams in the league early on, and that will make Coach Dwayne Casey happy, as will the fans entering on Halloween night. Glad they are sharing it with us, and glad that you are too at home. Happy Halloween as we welcome you to BMO Raptors basketball on Sportsnet.
The other end, you saw Nurkic. He does a pretty good job of defending the rim for Denver. And nobody does a better job in getting into the paint than DeMar DeRozan.
Raptors had a lot of issues with the Nuggets a season ago, and then even in the preseason, they won in Calgary. DeRozan, nice move, sweet touch.
He just seems unaffected by what's in front of him, whether it's a big, a smaller player. DeMar DeRozan comes right at you, and he's able to elevate and get to where he wants to get a clean shot off.
That's Carroll connects from downtown. DeRozan, top of the circle jumper, drills it.
He loves that free throw line area.
And a timeout taken by Mike Malone. DeRozan, jumper, good. He has been absolutely outstanding here early in this season. Here's DeRozan. DeRozan makes a strong spin move, trying to create space. DeRozan, a dozen points on 5 of 7 shooting. Pirtle sets a screen. DeMar, he is absolutely locked in. DeRozan in the paint once again, and DeMar DeRozan already with 20 points here in the first half on 7 of 12 shooting. DeRozan, JV sets a screen, they get to switch, attacking, pulls up, shot good. 22 for DeMar. Coming right out of the timeout, DeRozan with 24 points on 9 of 16 shooting. He's been extremely efficient this season. And Patterson says no. DeMar now driving on Nurkic, fouled, and finishes. And DeMar staring down Nurkic. Got that scowl on his face. Denver 7 of 14 from 3. DeRozan, count it. At the end of the third, he's got 29. Raptors lead 88-84. DeMar in the paint, left hand, all kinds of contact in the ability to finish. DeRozan gathering speed to the rim for the tie.
Going right at the guy that's been challenging him. Strong move.
Gallinari throws it up and nearly gets it to go. Raptors win it 105-102. Toronto 2-1 on the season. Denver 1-2. Last season, Denver swept the Toronto Raptors. Raptors, despite leading by 19, had to battle hard after a 6-point lead for the Denver Nuggets.
Verizon Center is a welcome sight for the fans and this team that is searching for its first victory as CSN brings you Wizards basketball. Tonight, a rematch of the playoffs of 2 years ago. John Wall and the Wiz take on DeMar DeRozan and the Toronto Raptors. That guy's tough to stop, Phil, much like Marc Gasol, who we saw in Memphis, big center. It's an easy basket for DeMar DeRozan, who makes it look elementary. DeRozan with a quick move inside. Somebody reached in and they called the foul. Crab step, little Europe step, and a foul called by Matt Boland.
He understands the value of keeping a starter out there to keep some kind of rhythm going. Markieff Morris is that guy tonight. Don't be surprised if you see Otto and also Brad playing with the second unit moving forward.
Yeah, he talked about having to mix it up a little bit because the second unit as a whole really wasn't able to pull their weight in Memphis. DeMar DeRozan in double figures with 10 points.
Here, it looked like that one of his foot was on the line. I don't know if they'll take a look at that again.
I didn't see that, but that's a good point. DeRozan scores easily. He's got 12 points. Pretty play in the basket from Siakam. Pascal Siakam, who went to New Mexico State, rookie. That's an amazing shot.
Tough shot.
That guy is good. Wall fights through a couple of screens, but all he needs is a sliver.
Yeah, that was a staggered pick, and they did a good job of helping each other out.
DeMare Carroll knocks it down. Timeout Washington. The Wizards have made some horrendous passes in this game. DeRozan again, nothing but net.
He comes into this game making about 54% of his shots.
Here he is again, and that one goes as well. 20 points for DeMar DeRozan. He's well on his way. DeRozan checked by Morris, shoots over him and scores. And now DeRozan has 25 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. DeRozan goes up for the jumper and hits again. He is smooth as silk.
Yeah, he's just not missing. 10 of 17.
Satoransky guards DeRozan. Gets around him and gives it up to Patterson, and he scores.
That was a result of spending so much attention on DeRozan that Patterson got open for that short jumper.
DeRozan, how good is he, Phil? I mean, he is as good as it gets.
Yeah. I don't think he believes he can miss. I mean, he's playing with such confidence. We said this is a 4th consecutive 30-point game for him.
Gortat lost it. The Wizards turn it over. Here's DeRozan. Wall fouls him and hangs on to it. Takes the shot. Unbelievable. He has been as magnificent as you could ask. DeMar DeRozan with 40 points, the NBA's 3rd leading scorer coming into this game. His average will go up tonight. That will do it. The Toronto Raptors have come to Washington in the first of 3 meetings and handed the Wizards their 3rd straight loss to start this year. Washington falls to 0-3, losing to Atlanta, Memphis, and now the Raptors, and Toronto improves to 3-1.
What a weekend ahead. Tomorrow night, the ice will be at the ACC, an all-Canadian matchup, but Friday nights in this country means basketball. It's the Heat and the Toronto Raptors, and these fans have come to see their team after watching them win on the road, their first game away from home on Wednesday, and that favorable early home schedule continues for Toronto. 5 out of the first 6 in this city.
Here's DeMar with a jumper swish.
Just taking that shot, it looks like he's playing his own game. Dion Waiters is on him, no big deal. I'm just going to go where I want and get the shot I want.
DeRozan and DeMar with 4 points. DeRozan with the bigger Winslow on him. DeMar creating space, spinning around and drilling the shot. James Johnson will check in. Signed in Miami, played in 57 games for the Raptors last season, 10 games in the postseason. Parts of 4 seasons with Toronto as DeRozan rises up and drills the shot. And Whiteside misses. Patterson with a rebound. DeRozan sends it in the corner. T. Ross left open, spots up, Gray, splash!
And you got to give Pirtle some credit there, Matt. He went right down the middle. He pulled 2 defenders to him. DeMar DeRozan looked at him, but then kicked that ball to the corner to the open man.
DeRozan now. Jumper rattles around and through. They had Ross coming up from a baseline screen, curling, and DeRozan with that coming and the intention there decided to put it on the deck.
And it's such a soft touch, man.
Lowry.
That's what even this guy right here shooting the basketball.
DeRozan, it's a long 2.
Everybody talks about the contract. They talk about what he's doing now to start the season. This guy works. He is an absolute gym rat. Gets better every year, never stops tightening up his game.
Clock at 7. Here's DeRozan. Jumper doesn't go. Batted around. Kept alive. DeMar underneath. Cut off by Babbitt. Here's Norman. The three. Good. Powell connects.
Keeping alive is the key. DeMar Carroll was the one that knocked that ball loose so DeMar DeRozan could get it and kick it out to the open foul.
Valanciunas with it. Now on a handoff for DeMar. DeRozan. And nice touch. He's got 14. DeRozan with Winslow on him. Carroll with the screen. They get the switch. Over Waiters. Jumper good. He's got 16.
Well, as soon as DeMar got the smaller Waiters on him, he knew exactly what he was going to do. Get him in that free throw line area and just shoot over him. Simple. Doesn't hurt when you're a point guard coming into the NBA and you get to learn your craft from Steve Nash.
Yeah, absolutely. And then he forced a trade out of Phoenix. Wanted to come to Miami. There's DeRozan. He's got 18 now. 10-point lead. DeRozan's got 20 now. Raptors 10 times. They've turned it over, leading to 14 points. Lowry, the deep fray. Good.
And that was the response to, I don't make that mistake too often. I'm going to get this back.
On the drive, bank shot, he's got 22.
And see how calmly he did that, Matt. Once he got into the paint, his last step into the body of Whiteside, so no worries about a premier shot blocker being down there. He took his angle away, simple as that.
DeRozan high off the window, 28 now.
Wow, in traffic. Just floating that up nice and soft off the glass.
DeRozan, little shake, shimmy, pull up, 30. 30 points for DeMar DeRozan.
It's just
in
wild.
5 consecutive games.
It's just wild to think that 30 is just the way it is now.
To do it. As that one goes, And DeRozan just keeps filling it up. Oh, what a pass. JV finishes. DeRozan along the end line with a little pocket pass. Dragic's all over DeRozan. DeRozan's going to dribble it out. And the Toronto Raptors, behind the 34-point performance from DeMar DeRozan and the 20 points off of the bench from Terrence Ross, will defeat the Miami Heat 96-87.
DeMar, the last time a player started the season with 5 straight games 30-plus, it was Michael Jordan in 1986. Not too often that you're being put in comparisons and categories with arguably the greatest of all time.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say to that. I'm just trying to go out there and win, and when you hear something like that, you don't believe it.
I know you've been asked this a couple of times already this season, but I have to ask again. What are you seeing right now? Guys often talk about when they're in zones like this, the bucket looking 10 times the size that it is. What's going on right now with you?
Just playing at my own speed, not letting nobody dictate what I do. My teammates doing a great job and helping me out in the process, but not going too fast, not going too slow, just going at my own pace.
You said earlier today that you're getting a lot of texts from people about what you're doing, and you kind of say, hey, I just go home and sit on the couch. I'm just a regular guy. What about tonight? Is this Friday night going to be any different for you?
Nah, I got a show I'm starting to watch, so I'm going to get on my laptop, watch my show tonight, and that's it.
All right, congrats on the win, DeMar.
DeRozan checked by Robertson. Rises up, fires, and scores, and sometimes you just got to tip your cap. Brazilian Lucas Nogueira has checked in, and he gets a chance to play spectator as DeRozan skies to the rim, and this time Lowry finds him cleanly. Sigler checking DeRozan, who rocks back and scores again. Sometimes he's able to create that separation, and he's got such great arc on that shot. Tough to block. DeRozan with the Euro step off the glass at home. DeMar DeRozan, a 2-time All-Star, and last summer in Rio de Janeiro, also an Olympic gold medalist with the U.S. national team. DeRozan off the screen. Sigler picks it back up. DeRozan spins and rattles that one home. DeMar DeRozan has made, I would say, of his 5 made field goals, 4 of them have been very difficult shots. Grant picks up DeRozan and thought he had ball. The officials had physical contact as well, so DeRozan, just like that, back to the free throw line. Oladipo absorbing contact. Adams can't corral the rebound. Lowry comes away with it. DeRozan going to go inside and score. As he crosses the face of the basket, he's challenged by Grant. Scores off the glass. Toronto has scored 16 points off of 10 Thunder turnovers. Westbrook, Billy Donovan can't believe they didn't get a whistle on that play. Raptors outscoring the Thunder 16-4 the last 4 minutes and change. Donovan is livid over that non-call. DeRozan, another tough shot. DeRozan is 8 of 13, and he's got himself a 20-point half. DeRozan working in a crowd, goes over the top to Nogueira, and Lucas Nogueira, the Brazilian, scores. Nogueira adding a little bit of touch off the bench, and he started the second half in place of the rookie Jakob Poeltl. Robertson up into him. DeRozan able to spin away and score off the basket, off the glass. Robertson blew the jam. Oladipo recovers. He's going to go right at Siakam and come up short. Lowry caught Sabonis in no man's land and hits a 3. DeRozan gives it up to Patterson, sucked Sabonis to him, and then kicks it out to a wide-open Patterson. And the threes continue to rain here in Oklahoma City for the Toronto Raptors. DeRozan tries to pump fake. Grant stays down. Patterson has caught fire. Patrick Patterson with 11 points in the ball game. Poeltl sets the screen. DeRozan decides to keep it himself. Top of the key. He steps back and knocks it down. DeMar DeRozan with 26 points. And the Toronto lead has dwindled from 14 to 5. I like the fact the Thunder has made this comeback with Christian and LeBaron on the floor. DeRozan is able to silence the crowd for a moment, knocking down a jumper that leads him with 28 points.
Well, it's a big shot coming out of a timeout.
DeRozan isolated on the far block. going to back away from Oladipo, and he's going back to the free throw line as Oladipo is called for the reach-in. That is the Thunder's 4th foul. Westbrook stripped by Corey Joseph. The run-out pass to DeRozan. Oladipo meets him, and he's called for the foul. Lowry wide open at the top for 3. Oladipo gets a step, attacks, and can't finish. DeRozan going right at Robertson to score, and now with a 12-point lead, time is on Toronto's side. Toronto will take a deep shot clock possession in this situation, up 12. Robertson stays down on the pump fake and off the glass. That's the dagger. DeRozan knocks down yet another tough shot, and that's how this one's going to go in the books. A 10-point victory for the Raptors. Thunder and Toronto have split the season series each of the last 3 seasons, and as they did last year, the Thunder, to earn the split, is going to have to win the return match in Toronto later in the season.
TGIF, the weekend's here. The Hornets back in action, dreaming big dreams. Tonight, we're going to go international. The Toronto Raptors invade Spectrum Center. It's going to be the Raptors taking on your Charlotte Hornets. Here's the NBA's leading scorer, DeMar DeRozan. And this is where he likes to operate. One-on-one against Travion Graham, gets inside. Beautiful move.
He's just so skilled. I mean, you saw him immediately put his back to the basket to back down the defender and Graham, and turn around face up to see where the driving alley was, immediately exploded to the rim.
And a whistle and a foul. Cody Zeller barges into DeRozan, and DeRozan will shoot 2 free throws.
What's going to be the hardest thing to do with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is make him do that sit down, son, get yourself healthy. He just cannot stay off the floor. So they're going to have to make sure that during practice he sits and watches. He doesn't, walk around, shoot balls. He's got to relax the back and get it healthy.
Score the goal and a foul. Wow. DeMar DeRozan, as advertised. Nogueira in the game for the first time for Toronto. He wears number 92. This is DeRozan, who obviously is feeling it tonight. Now Joseph will reset the offense. And the offense basically is get it to DeRozan and get out of the way. Why not?
If you don't have a hand up,
14 points.
I mean, it's as good as good.
DeRozan. Step back Carroll. That's a long 2. Long 2 for DeMar Carroll. During that last time out, Kyle Lowry leading with 4 fouls, replaced by Corey Joseph. DeMar DeRozan, his first basket since the first quarter. Raptors playing without Kyle Lowry, who picked up his 4th foul in this quarter. Lucas Nogueira. Terrence Ross to DeRozan, guarded by Graham. Good late closeout by Cody Zeller, but DeRozan still scores.
Yeah, 6'7", able to elevate over the shot blocker.
Oh,
word.
DeRozan hits the shot and draws the foul.
I grew up a Hoyas fan, right? Grew up in the DC area, and that was who you rooted for.
Are you saying the best big man or the best Hoya? Hey, Allen Iverson, may have something to say about that.
No. Patrick Ewing, best Hoya.
Okay.
DeRozan on top of Kemba. Now, we didn't think the Raptors would go quietly into the night, and they haven't.
Look at
DeMar DeRozan, fun to watch.
If you're a Raptor fan,
DeRozan, when he just hits the rim, you're surprised. Kemba's got it, straight on 3. Offensive rebound. Oh, that pass just hit the rim. And Lowry scores on the other end. Timeout, Hornets. DeRozan this time has Marvin on him. Picked up his dribble, took a sidestep, and hit the shot.
He's been doing that all game, taking that little jump, hop step to the right.
Shot clock's down to 4. Oh. DeMar DeRozan has just hit his season's average of 34. 34 hard-earned points for DeRozan. Kemba Walker finishes off a huge night offensively. Kemba finishes with 40 points, but it comes in a losing effort.
Air Canada Centre, it is basketball night in Canada. Great Saturday night in Toronto. The Knicks against the Raptors turned Huskies tonight. Back to 1946, where you used to get in for 25 cents. And if you were taller than their center that day, George Nordstrand, you got in for free. So that meant Leo would have got in for free. Leo will join us in a second. Jack and Matt and I, we didn't have a chance.
I mentioned this in the Open, Jack. Last night he played just shy of 13 minutes. He was ejected after receiving his second technical foul by Tony Brothers in the second quarter.
Can't let him get going early, and obviously Raptors with minimal size on the wing tonight without DeMar Carroll. So they're going to have to really get to him quickly.
Step through, and DeRozan's going to head to the line. Courtney Lee picks up his first. 2-0 in this stretch of 8 of 10 on the road. Here's DeMar. Swish.
Well, nice job. They got Porzingis on the switch on the right side. Good elevation. Porzingis, a legit 7-2.
Powell gives it to DeRozan, gets it back, fires a three. Good! Norman Powell had a great stretch last year in March and April where he shot better than 45% from three. Here's Lee, the transition three. Second chance opportunity. Raptors need to get on the boards. Valanciunas with the denial, and Norman attacking Porzingis, to follow by DeRozan. Fifth lead change. And a three is good. Now the sixth lead change. And DeRozan, a nice little step through and gets the runner. The seventh lead change already, Jack. Carmelo. It's a long two. And off of the top of the head of Terrence Ross to DeRozan. And DeRozan, finger roll. I wonder if they'll give T. Ross an assist there off of the top of his head. DeRozan in the lane, spinning and finishing with 13 now. Carmelo to Derrick Rose, attacking and deflected by Siakam. Here comes DeRozan, getting back his Carmelo. Siakam, good, plus the foul. And the Raptors relying on the rookie Siakam here early, who's running the floor. Elbow J, got it. DeRozan. DeRozan, crossover. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That poor kid had no shot right
Didn't see that in Spain. Holiday now on DeRozan. Skip pass. Here's Powell, the open three. Got it. Powell from Peterborough. Nogueira. And Derrick Rose is holding on to his left shoulder. There's DeRozan. On the inside, he's got 22. He's got 9 in the quarter.
That's the force you were talking about earlier that Dwayne Casey mentioned about DeMar DeRozan. That time he took it there.
Noah batted away by Ross. DeRozan now picking up speed, slows it down. Holiday cuts him off. Nogueira rolling to the rim. DeRozan, that strength just ripped it through Holiday. And he finished. He's got 24. DeRozan with 13 in the quarter. 26 on the night. Here's Patterson. Not a handoff for DeRozan's going to fire the three, and he makes it. Oh, shades of LJ, Larry Johnson. 30 points. What a start to the season for DeMar DeRozan. This hasn't been seen since Michael Jordan.
And, you know, again, you got Powell, such a major mismatch, giving up a foot on Porzingis, and it's changed how they play.
DeRozan, they're saying no continuation. And now Scott Foster is going to head over. They're going to be in a conversation. I think they're making a case for continuation. They're going to count the bucket. And continuation. And chance of MVP.
Last time I heard that in this building was Chris Bosh.
Raptors are going to come away with a victory. Toronto wins it 118-107. The Huskies over the New York Knickerbockers.
DeMar, first of all, you get some contributions tonight from Lucas Nogueira, Norm Powell, a little short-staffed. You still play back-to-back nights. made the Raptors gut this one out tonight?
That's our team. You know, we always figure out a way, no matter what's the circumstances. You know, guys step up. No matter if they haven't played in a week, whenever your name is called, everybody ready.
33 again tonight. What is it like to live in this rare air that you're living in right now?
I don't think nothing of it. I just try to go out and win, honestly.
Historically, though, your name now in the record books. Now, be honest with me. You must be looking at it. With Michael Jordan and names like this in the past, how does that make you feel when you are mentioned in the same breath with Michael Jordan?
I probably won't think about it until after I finish playing. I'm going to brag about it to the kids about 20 years from now, so I don't really think about it too much now.
How long can you keep this streak going of 30-point games?
I don't think about it until you bring it up. I just go out and play.
Well, keep. I won't bring it up anymore. Just there you go. Good luck to you. Congratulations.
The Central Division champs, the world champs, taking on the champs of the Atlantic Division a year ago. And oh yeah, by the way, that Eastern Conference Finals rematch. DeRozan thought about the pocket pass. Instead, hits the smooth, silky mid-range shot. He's a 51% shooter in mid-range. DeRozan turns and hits.
He's just feeling it now, Fred. He just thinks he can make anything he puts up there.
He actually prefers contested shots versus wide open, believe it or not, like J.R. Smith. Kevin Love lost Siakam off the back iron. Rebound to Powell. Toronto does want to run. DeRozan the step back. Short that time. Oh, no, it wasn't. It tap danced home, a soft touch. One of the reasons why he leads the NBA in scoring right now at 34 a night. Powell elevates and sticks it. Raptors right back in it. Down 3.
They don't give you a chance to breathe. You got to stay up on them.
Here comes DeRozan back on the floor. A long launch. 3 straight trays for the Raptors. How about that as Lowry has 11. DeRozan guarded by Kevin Love. Here comes Powell. DeRozan catching a little deeper than he normally takes it. It hits a long 2. They're going to review it to see if it's a possible 3. Right now they're saying a 2. Jefferson from the corner 3. Nope. Well challenged that time by Ross. Here comes DeRozan. Toronto running whatever they can. DeRozan skates inside. Kyrie Irving. Nope. Rebounded DeRozan. Back come the Raptors. Cavaliers dropping back this time. DeRozan Euro-stepping and scoring.
And their fast break points in that second quarter kept them in the ball game.
Guys, you guys were talking about pace, the game slowing down, and it really being in Toronto's favor. And that's exactly what Ty said in that last huddle. He's taking his clipboard, hitting the ground, saying we have to play faster. We want to open this game up. That's what's going to separate us. We got to play with more pace.
And DeRozan hits the 3. His first of the game, 4th of the season. So 73-71 on a steal. Another turnover for the Cavs. They've had 10 turnovers since Toronto's last turnover. DeRozan again, back-to-back trades.
Yeah, it's costing them a whole lot of points, Fred.
Here comes Ross in the open floor. No, doesn't believe he got just a piece of it. DeRozan has it. Some pump fakes. At the horn, DeMar DeRozan. That's all will there. Irving shadowing Lowry. DeRozan between the legs, rhythm jam. Money.
There's one-on-one, you knew it.
Over top of that screen goes Jefferson. Tough assignment for RJ. Help out for Kevin Love.
You know it's going to be.
DeRozan leans, he was fouled in midair. And that'll do it. A one and go winner. Playoff type intensity. Heck of a ball game here at the Q. As the Cavaliers had to dig down and earn it. You see the long-time friends, Lowry and Ty Lue, exchanging pleasantries as the Cavaliers outscore them down the stretch 18-7 as they win this ball game 121-117.
Welcome everyone to NBA Wednesday, presented by State Farm. From Toronto, Ontario, Canada, the North Shore of Lake Ontario and the Air Canada Centre, the epicenter of basketball across the country of Canada. Durant had Valanciunas spinning around, but couldn't convert.
Well, you're going to see now, can Toronto keep up the pace? Can they keep pushing hard, getting the mismatches, and then get inside to get the decent mid-range shot?
Pascal Siakam, the unheralded rookie out of New Mexico State with the baseline jump shot. DeRozan from the baseline, a rare three ball by DeMar DeRozan is good.
The difference in DeRozan this year isn't just that he's shooting 51% from the field. It's the confidence to recover from that type of performance. His coach, Dwayne Casey, said DeMar would have gone into a shell in years past after a game like that. This year, however, he's banking on that work that he put in the offseason. He called it sickening dedication. Seems like only his defenders are sickened these days, guys.
Yeah, certainly as DeMar Carroll knocks down his first field goal attempt, a three ball. DeRozan with a nice step-through move, and he'll go to the free throw line, which he does more than anybody else except for James Harden.
Well, the first thing is did he do anything illegal? No, he didn't. And LeBron James, I do believe, left Cleveland and went to Miami. And I do believe way back, Charles Barkley, left and went to Phoenix to Houston to join Drexler and Elijah. Oh, no kidding. We can go on and on and on about guys changing teams.
DeRozan with another long mid-range jumper, and the jumper is still smooth and wet.
See, that's what you want from him. But right now, the stat that's jumping out, Toronto has made 5 out of 8 threes. This is a team that only shoots 31%.
DeRozan with 9.
It is your double team again.
And Valanciunas, coach, makes them pay. He's perfect from the field, 6 for 6. Here's DeMar DeRozan. And a tough shooting first half, just 3 of 10. And we'll go to the free throw line on the first field goal attempt of the third quarter. The foul going to go against Klay Thompson. And DeRozan a little slow to get up. Mara Carroll back in the starting lineup tonight, a little bit strong. Durant with the rebound.
Yeah, he can handle.
Foul line pull-up. And a rare miss for him tonight. Speaking of Klay Thompson, about Kevin Durant, his new teammate who he got a head start to know in Rio, says Kevin is extremely low maintenance. Good shot by DeRozan.
Well, that's the first time that DeRozan has been able to come off the screen. Durant is playing DeRozan, and then he shoots over the top of Pachulia.
DeRozan, tough sledding, and still converts the layup.
Well, he'll continue to get the best, no doubt about it.
DeRozan commits the foul, and will go right back on that procession to the foul line. Still early. You'd think would have fresh legs still. Draymond Green forcing him, and a chance to get the lead down to 10.
Excellent defense that time on Green.
DeRozan trying to go to work against Curry.
There it is.
There's the pull-up, and there's the bucket.
That's what we've been waiting for.
10-point game. Ran over to Curry. Can't give him space, folks. Raptors got away with one that time.
Yeah, get it out now. Come on, you got a big fella in there running the floor.
DeRozan all the way to the bucket.
Beautiful.
And it's back to a 10-point game with 3 minutes to go in the third.
Steve Kerr was right on. He wanted to walk, but the guy gave him the Euro step and a half. Right. Oh, nice.
Iguodala on the cut. Siakam with the steal. Here's the Raptors trying to get it below double digits.
How about our secret guy, our rookie guy, Siakam? He's been all around here now.
And DeRozan draws the foul on Durant. And Durant is perplexed. He can't believe it. Curry with 28 after that bucket. DeRozan into a lot of traffic, and Ed Malloy calls foul against Golden State. Green finds the open man, the rookie McCaw. The picture of unselfish basketball, but that time no bucket at the end of it.
Well, you see, when you play with Golden State, if you're a selfish player, you stand out like a sore thumb.
Norman Powell with the corner three.
I think in the Eastern Conference, our eyes are on the prize. And if I was Doris, I'd end it off by saying, and I love Drake so much, and he looks so handsome tonight.
That's a great way to end it. Drake, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it, man.
127-121 the final. Little mutual admiration from KD and DeRozan. Durant with 30 and 9.
Jameer Nelson around the horn. Gallinari, no, off the mark, and a good box out by DeMar DeRozan, the NBA's leading scorer at 33.3 points per game. As we expected, Emmanuel Mudiay opening on DeRozan as Lowry hits the three. And the bad pass. Mudiay out of control. DeRozan has it. Extra pass to DeMar Carroll. Lets it fly and hits.
And you get the turnover on one end, leads a three-pointer on the other.
DeRozan, that's good. And the Raptors are red hot. Nuggets have 14 points in the paint. Now DeRozan steps back and nails it. DeMar DeRozan off to a good start once again tonight. Now DeRozan inside, he scores again. The Nuggets have made 9 of 12 at the line. Toronto 4 for 4. They're a jump shooting team, and they don't get to the line all that often, but they're very good when they do. As Moutier finishes it up right over Lowry, and suddenly the Nuggets are within 1. DeRozan
will just wear it around the big fella. It looked like he had it.
Now, this is the matchup I think the Nuggets want to have on DeRozan, but he's just too good. Yeah. Right by Wilson on the baseline.
Well, DeRozan trying to get his game going, and Denver defensively has done a pretty good job on it.
And bigger players guarding him, and it is making a difference.
Yeah, that's what he wants to do now. He's trying to get to that free throw line because his shot is down and bugged.
Jameer on DeRozan. DeRozan decided height advantage. He scores and a foul. DeRozan in the lane, that's good.
He just wants it now. They're trying to simplify and get DeRozan in his scoring comfort zone, and that's inside the line against a smaller player.
Now DeRozan guarded by Gallinari. DeRozan in deep, put it up, yes. DeMar DeRozan, tough to stop. Doesn't shoot a lot of threes, but probably the best mid-range game of any scorer in the league, would you say?
He's learned from guys like Westbrook.
Valanciunas knocks it in.
Who competes? 48-48 at that last timeout. Points in the paint. Oh, they're going to count in 1. Oh, my goodness.
92-91 Nuggets. Ross is wide open. He drills the 3. DeMar DeRozan, he gets the switch. Now trying to guard him is Jokic. Up and under, and he scores it.
You get that big. Bigs always want to block shot. DeRozan is turned into one of the smartest guards in the league.
It'll be Kenneth Faried. So here we go. 20.6 remaining. Nuggets by 1. DeRozan's got it. DeRozan over the top. He's got it.
And they get the switch out, but then you don't get the challenge.
So let's get the ball in bounds to Chandler. That's good. Chandler goes right by Powell. He's held. Oh. And free throws coming up. Chandler free throw good. So Wilson can give the Nuggets the lead. Nope, short. Now final 9 seconds. Toronto's got it. Nuggets switch. DeRozan's backing in on Moutier. And it's off the mark, and they're going to overtime. See if the Nuggets get serious about defense here. DeRozan on the run. And he's fouled. DeRozan picked up by Jameer Nelson. He's waltzing in for a layup, and nobody notices. Would be a heave to tie unless Valanciunas misses here. He missed it. There it is. Moutier to tie! No! Oh, check that. That would have been a game winner. And that will do it.
Tonight from Staples Center, the LA Clippers wrap up a quick 2-game homestand before departing on a 6-game road trip. It's a getaway game against the Toronto Raptors. DeRozan matchup inside on J.J. Redick.
You can't let him catch it that low.
Switch out front. Here's Patterson back to DeRozan.
And that switch is okay. Like, look at Blake move his feet. The only reason he doesn't put his hand up there is because of that foul early on in the first quarter. He did not want to risk hitting number 2.
Well, that's a big-time basket there.
Ralph, this is like the quarter that didn't happen. This is like the quarter that got away from the Clippers. Right back to this guy. He's got the last 8 points, DeRozan.
Ball gets him on the switch. Lowry gets fouled. Basket counts. Wes Johnson will pick up the personal foul.
Put it on the floor, but gave it up.
Here comes DeRozan.
Into the corner. Open free ball for the lead. Bingo. Bad all-around play by the Clippers. Doc hated it. He immediately takes a timeout.
DeRozan leans and scores.
I know we've talked about it when I've been on with you guys, but his disposition is just so different this year, Blake Griffin. And Mike, you and I talked about it on the pregame, just how much different he's bought in on the defensive end. And I think that helps your offense on some levels as well when you're committed to the defensive end.
I totally agree.
DeRozan knocks down the jump shot. I just think he's a man on a mission after last year. Some of his problems were self-imposed last year. Some of them were not. I think that Don McLean is telling he can't get a word in edgewise here either. Of course. Valanciunas.
Well, the pace is quickened, which is good. As Don said, the first 5-6 minutes of this game, it's like nobody wanted it.
Chris Paul for three. Bounds off the iron.
That's right, Mike. I feel like Toronto's in a position where you can take their will and spirit if you make like a 10-0 run and put them away.
Foul from the corner, bingo.
That's a mistake. That's too open for him.
Here's DeRozan. There you see Blake Griffin tightening the latches defensively as Patterson throws down a three ball.
And that's a rare three as Patterson's only shoot 24% this year. Each of the last 2 years, 36 and 37%.
DeRozan was well challenged by both Griffin and Jordan, and he gets the bucket.
There's not as many guys getting beat, and the offense attacking the rim, so DeAndre can be the secondary help.
Look where DJ is right now.
Well, look at the pride these guys are having in their defensive play. Grant DeRozan, a great offensive player, gets into the teeth of defensive scores, but they are really into playing defense, taking great pride in it.
Rex Chapman was actually my host on my official visit I took there. But yeah, Dwayne Casey was the lead recruiter on me. I got to know him really well.
How much money did they offer you?
Not enough. I didn't go there. And they keep getting to that point, Mike. They get up 15, 16. If they push it to 22, 24, you think they may go away. But every time they get it to that number, Toronto seems to get it back down.
They're a good team.
That is quite a response by Toronto after the Clippers took it up to 17. They have it right back down to 11.
Clippers gets to the rim, comes up way short. Clippers will get the ball back.
Off the third.
DeRozan in the circle.
They're going to get the ball back.
Clippers by 10. DeRozan is up.
I mean, Ralph, he's a shooting guard from when I played.
DeRozan. Picked up by Reddick. The Valanciunas, who throws it in and gets fouled. You hate to do that. Throws an 8-point lead with 6 seconds to go. Paul gets the steal, thank you. Says good night, Canada. Chris Paul with the steal at the buzzer. His second steal of the game. Clippers score 69 second half points. They didn't have much luck defending and stopping the Raptors in the second half after a solid defensive first half. Well, the Clippers get a very impressive victory. Biggest loss of the year, 8 points by the Raptors. Clippers get the win, 123 to 115 to go to 13-2.
Beverly guarding DeRozan. And a nice feed on the inside to Valanciunas. Ariza with the foul. DeRozan misses a jumper. And Capella at the rim. How about this? 59.5% of Capella's made field goals this season have been assisted by Harden. Turnover, and Beverly underneath. Digging in DeRozan. 4-on-1 break for Toronto, and Siakam with the slam dunk.
Oh, that's what he does. He changes ends beautifully. He runs. He's got good hands. He'll finish there.
Harden with the steal. And Harden gets bumped by Patterson, and James Harden will go to the free throw line. 8 seconds remaining on the game clock. DeRozan, no, and Decker with a long rebound. Here's Harden quickly across the timeline. In the paint to the rim. With ease, right by Nogueira. But the Raptors lead by 6. Nice feed on the inside, and the Raptors active, stripped away.
They've done a great job with little crackdowns.
T-Rebs, second flight in Houston, Holmanassa. Siakam gets all sorts of contact. Harden, he's going to take that three. 3 of 19 now from downtown.
You wonder if that'll get him going into the locker room at half.
5 seconds on the clock. Great look underneath. DeRozan to the cutting Carroll as the defense came to him. Joseph, one of his best halves of the season with 9. Terrence with 10. It will take a while for Jack to get back up to our broadcast position as Valanciunas will inbound it to Lowry, and there is Houston. Lowry over Harden with a clock down. Doesn't go. Valanciunas loses it. First 5 minutes always important. And back-to-back threes. Now 5 for 22. And by the way, you racing up here and not breathing heavily tells me how good a shape you are, especially for the turkey trot tomorrow morning in Milwaukee as DeRozan scores.
I'll be operating on very little sleep, that's for sure.
You are a man that has run in many a marathon, and it's now an 8-point game. They've made 3 threes coming right out of the gates.
Great pass.
And Carroll count the bucket. And DeRozan has really improved in finding others. He is seeing so much attention. And the double's coming. He's recognizing Carroll. The three, and it's good. DeMar Carroll providing a lift.
He's in double digits again, last 2 games.
Harden right to the rim.
Well, you can't let him do that, because now if you give up straight line drives to him as the half goes on here, now you get so conscious of that, he just throws it out for open threes.
DeRozan with the sweet, soft touch in the lane. Capella sets the screen. Harden looking for Capella. Tough angle. Lowry now ahead to DeRozan with the two-handed slam.
They have done a brilliant job tonight, cracking down and coming to knock the next pass loose.
DeRozan.
Well, that was a breakdown that time, because Capella and Ariza looked right at him like, I'm turning him that way. You got to be there.
10 in the quarter for DeMar. He's got 13. Harden looks around. Up top, there's Capella. Mentioned this earlier. Capella, 59.5% of his made field goals this season have been assisted by Harden. No player in the NBA has had a higher percentage of his made field goals assisted by a single player. In the corner, DeRozan, the three, and it's good. DeMar DeRozan, thank you very much.
Nice passing, Valanciunas, Lowry, leading to a wide open look.
Harden up top out of timeout. Harrell with the slam dunk.
What 5-man in this league wouldn't like playing with that guy on the turn, man. He throws a beautiful lob, doesn't he?
Joseph is having his best game offensively of the season. Here's DeRozan. Yeah, Joseph Ross and then DeRozan. DeRozan with 19.7 assists. Step back, Jay. Feeling it right now. Is DeMar DeRozan. He's got 21. Decker puts it on the deck and drives. Nogueira got a piece of it to the Raptors. Staunch defense here. DeRozan using the screen, cut off. Corey Joe from downtown. I told you, Jack, he can shoot the three. Harrell underneath, and he's able to finish. And the Raptors are rolling, Jack. They're rolling in Houston, 86-69. DeMar, jumper, good. And DeRozan's got 23. Houston has missed 23s. Gordon with the three. Slam dunk on the run out for Corey Brewer.
And you can't fall asleep on these guys, and now they get the 2 for 1.
Harden the three.
Second made 3 tonight. 22 points, 11 assists.
Harden right to the rim. Harden putting up big numbers, 24 points, 11 assists, 6 rebounds.
When you get that productivity from your bench, you're able to play DeRozan and Lowry a little bit less.
Harden. 26 now for Harden.
And, you know, it's bad enough that he scored so easily, but he scored quickly too.
Deep three. 12 for 39 from downtown.
Well, that's why they brought him here. He's a prime-time distance shooter.
Kyle there. Harden 29 now with 15 dimes. DeRozan finds Carroll. Carroll got it. 20 points for Carroll.
And big win for the Toronto Raptors tonight. And
set the tone in that first half, Jack,
sure
when they limited the Rockets to just 39 points, 20 in the first, 19 in the second. And the other factor, The Rockets turned it over 28 times, and they were 14 of 42 from 3.
The Bucks enjoyed Thanksgiving at home while the Raptors spent the holiday on the road right here in Milwaukee. They meet tonight in the BMO Harris Bradley Center. To the corner for 3. That is good for DeMar Carroll. He's coming off his best game, 20 points in a Wednesday victory in Houston, 115-102.
Now, did you see that, Jim? We talked about setting up and playing against their screens. Pick and roll, pick and pop, pick and drop. That was a high screen for DeRozan, and he goes all the way to the basket for the finish because he's such a creative guy. So the Bucks really have to communicate on those screens. But if he has shots like that, he's going to get more than 25 on you. He uses the screen, comes inside. Somebody's got to be in his grill. You've got to come with that help.
There is a 3 by DeMar Carroll.
They're demonstrating early how many guys can shoot the jumper, the 2, and primarily the 3 on the Toronto team.
Patterson, I always feel that he could make those. He does.
And he does. That's the point.
The Bucks down 1. 4 minutes remaining, second quarter. DeRozan, straight on, dead on.
Great jump shooter, can shoot with people on him, and he just finds the opening as the Bucks kind of fall away on double team, one-man coverage.
Valanciunas, a deep catch.
Well, he's right in the pop-up zone. I mean, when he catches that deep, what are you going to do?
DeRozan and a foul, Snell.
See the 2 screens? What they do for DeRozan. Hard to fight through those. Then
he saw 2 defenders twice.
But see, he does that. He goes through those screens. If there's still a man on him, then he takes you one-on-one and gets you a good shot around the free throw line or deeper.
DeRozan pulls up and hits over Greg Monroe, looks at the Bucks bench, and just wipes his jersey a little bit.
And guess where they're going? They're going to go to DeRozan, and most likely he's going to keep it. High screen.
DeRozan.
He is spectacular.
He has 20.
DeRozan's going to keep this, so let's see it double up on him. I mean, he's just money with that.
Unbelievable.
Nobody can stop him. It's just clear out, let him have one-on-one and raise up and shoot over who's ever defending. There's a screen for DeRozan on the left side. I double him, right? Yeah, that's right.
They do, and he hits anyway. DeRozan went up on Tony Snell to make it 96-93. Wow. Here he goes up on a double team to make it 101-97. 4 points the difference with 16 seconds short. The Bucks will be off to Orlando. A game Sunday night. We'll have it for you on Fox Sports Wisconsin. 105-99 the final. The Bucks hung in there. They last led at 29-27. They could not get over the hump from that point on. And down the stretch, it was DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry scoring the final 11 points for Toronto.
Welcome back to Toronto. This should be a heck of a ball game with the record speaking at all. Just that 1/2 game separating the first place Cavs and the Raptors.
DeRozan lets it fly. DeMar DeRozan a long 2. He's only hit 10 triples this season. Siakam has hit 2. How about that?
Well,
he was a pretty decent shooter at New Mexico.
If you're going to leave him uncontested, he's going to make shots.
Down below, ball thrown away. DeRozan, 1-on-2, gets to the rack, finishes. Got to protect the ball against these guys.
Yeah, you can't just throw it away.
DeRozan hits one. So DeMar DeRozan has 6. Patterson airs it out and hits it. Patrick Patterson for 3. Told you about his recent 3-ball exploits. Now shot clock at 5. Thompson digs in. DeRozan, a one-legger, got it. He's got so many tricks in his bag.
Well, because he can go by you. So you have to respect that. And he uses that very well.
Cavaliers by 3. DeRozan ducks it inside to Carroll and a foul. That quick, Toronto can come back in time. Now switches on DeRozan again. DeRozan just great footwork.
Yeah, but that was a good defensive effort. Stay in front of him. I'd rather have him do that than have him, when you have him driving to the basket, causing turmoil with your defense.
DeRozan steps into 1, 2 in a row.
That's like a layup for him.
Yeah, it is. 45% shooters, I mentioned in the first half, from mid-range. DeRozan, the ball in his hands. Valanciunas a hook. He's had a quiet night so far. 13-point gap. Crowd has become quiet here. They're stunned.
DeRozan a knuckleball and hit it. Tell how they've quickened their pace. The Toronto Raptors have, especially in this 6-game winning streak. Irving squared up, missed it. Rebound to Patterson. Cavaliers hustle. Irving could knock it away.
Try to keep everybody in front of you.
DeRozan gave it up. Patterson launches. Gets one to go. Patrick Patterson. Carroll left open. Nope. Rebound. Nice knock away by Ross. And a reset shot clock. Lowry jitterbug to DeRozan. And he finished it. One of the few times DeRozan's been able to get to the rim. Kyrie, hard right hand. Ball poked loose.
Turnovers.
Down the floor. DeRozan to the hole.
That's the only thing that can let them back in the ball game is turnovers.
And that's why Ty Lue calls a timeout. Irving short. Here comes DeRozan. Chased by Kyrie. They got to do everything in a hurry now. DeRozan crosses over and a leaner. That's just a scorer's bucket there. He has about rebounded by 17. DeRozan sails inside, plus he was fouled. Last thing he wanted there was an and one. Final 30 seconds. Shumpert defending DeRozan. Turns at the rim. And the Cavaliers, a one-and-go winner. Had to earn the hard way. As we'll try to get an update on the JR situation, all coming up in our post-game coverage. But a hard-earned victory here tonight in Toronto under some tough conditions.
Well, it shows you the mental strength of this team.
Best of Toronto, Ontario on a snowy 30-degree night. All dressed up for the holidays and for their Raptors. The #2 team in the Eastern Conference. The Raptors have won 6 of 7. The Timberwolves, one of the best young nucleuses in the NBA.
Where's your horse and buggy? What's up with that?
Now you got, now you understand. Grant Hill, the hate is so real. The love is so fake.
Thank you, Kristen. Valanciunas inside after Wiggins had connected at the other end. So Valanciunas has 4, Wiggins has 4. Outside, DeRozan to Lowry. It's a 3 by Kyle Lowry. Reggie, his three-point shooting has been off the charts the last 7 games. 59% from 3 from Lowry. Comes Carroll. DeRozan into Levine. Oh, he floated! And just threw it right over him. Towns met Valanciunas. And picked up by DeRozan. 8-0 run for Toronto. Timberwolves shooting 54%. Raptors shooting 46%. DeRozan 1 of 7. Carroll outside. Another 3. An 11-0 run for the Raptors.
And that was all set up by DeMar DeRozan's ability to take the ball off the dribble and collapse that Timberwolves defense.
And that goes in.
And this is all without that man, DeMar DeRozan.
The spinner. Towns tries to get it, and on the third try, it finally drops.
And that's how you get back in the game. Effort plays, but right here, poor communication once again.
I mean, how hard is it to find a guy who's averaging 28 points a game? Okay, Grant, to your point, you said that dunk. Maybe just got the T-Wolves' attention. Let's see if they can get some stops defensively.
I think Towns knew it. That was a deliberate move. How about Valanciunas? He is unstoppable. The play of pace is slow. Here's DeRozan across the lane. Hard shot. Hits the deck. Give him the 2. Wow, and no one is going to stop DeMar DeRozan.
I love your concentration, guys. I love the effort that you give me. As finally, DeRozan knocks down a rare three-pointer. That's only his 11th on the season. This is the guy that was shooting 25% from downtown.
Carroll, Jang defends. Oh, DeRozan came out of the Raptors and slams it. Where did he come from? How did he get there? And the Raptors have gone to 15-7, 9-4 at home. And the former head coach of the Timberwolves, Dwayne Casey, now coaching the Raptors, takes care of his old team tonight.
Is it too early to start talking about potential playoff matches? Yes, it is, but we're going to do it anyway. The young guys better be ready tonight because Lowry and DeRozan, one of the best backcourts in the NBA, is in town. Boston, Toronto, they'll see each other a lot in the next couple of months.
6 on the shot clock. DeRozan gives it up. Powell knocks down a 3. Pass deflected. Powell. DeRozan nicely done. DeRozan back on his way in. Gets the roll on the turnaround.
Well, he uses his size advantage nicely. That is his range right there.
9 on the shot clock. DeRozan takes it. Makes it.
Now, that part of the game, that 15, 18-foot shot has virtually disappeared. But this guy, DeRozan, has made it a career.
DeRozan, Valanciunas for 2. DeRozan for 2.
Right when he gets to 15 feet, his eyes light up.
Yeah, DeRozan looking to get the offensive start for Toronto. Little floater in the lane for 2. And DeRozan gets 2 out of it. DeRozan uses his size and reverses it for 2.
Boy, that was a terrific shot.
Zeller pops out, takes it. Nope. Another rebound of Patterson. He's got 8 rebounds off the bench. DeRozan for 2. Celtics 9-2 run, though, the last 3 minutes and 15 seconds to get back in this game down 4. DeRozan gets a good look and kills it.
Wow.
93-87. DeRozan. Got the foul on Bradley underneath, and the Raptors come to town and get a win. Celtics hold them to 101 points. They average 111 a game, 117 over the last 8. But Boston can only come up with 94 on the other side, loses by 7. And the Raptors, for the moment, would appear to be the second best team in the Eastern Conference.
Monday night NBA basketball finds the Bucks in Toronto for a rematch game. They'll face the 16-7 Raptors in the raucous Air Canada Center tonight. Lowry in for DeRozan. Valanciunas just waiting in the paint for a pass. And DeRozan able to coax a foul out of the Bucks. It's the second on Dellavedova. Henson goes to the hook. DeRozan the rebound. Pass ahead for DeMar Carroll. 2 for 2 on 3.
Siakam did a great job rim running. Sucked the defense in, made Giannis have to respect Siakam, left DeMar Carroll wide open for the 3-point shot.
3-pointer, DeRozan. Brogdon has him this time. DeRozan, straight up and in.
Well, you see what happens when DeRozan gets a smaller defender on him, just up and over at the free throw line.
Norman Powell. There's a story with Milwaukee. The Bucks drafted Powell 46th. He came to Toronto in the deal for Gravis Vasquez. And Giannis fouls DeRozan. 2:45 remaining second quarter. DeRozan just dribbles, dances, and scores.
Such great elevation, such great patience. Kind of lulls you to sleep with the ball handling skills. Trying to get to the free throw line.
DeMar DeRozan.
He is so under control.
DeMar DeRozan rolls through the defense.
Just a great individual move by DeMar DeRozan. You see him kind of cover that thing up like a fullback running through an offensive line.
Soft touch.
Soft touch goes to the left hand. One-legged runner right near the elbow. That's a high degree of difficulty finish by DeMar DeRozan, but that comes from the offseason work he puts in on his game.
Good defense, the whistle. DeRozan's going back to the line. 15 for 15 at the line. 28 points to DeMar DeRozan. 30 for DeMar DeRozan. And that'll do it. Tough night at the office for the Bucks in Toronto. 122-100. The Raptors go up 2-0 in the 4-game season set. Toronto is 17-7 with the victory. They win for the 10th time at home. The Bucks slip one game under 500 at 11-12, 3-6 away from the BMO Harris Bradley Center.
Let's take you back about an hour ago. Warm-ups here at Wells Fargo Center. Joel Embiid slipping. Upon further review, it appears here that Embiid twists his left ankle. He goes down, and then later, after going back, presumably for an examination, came out, went to warm up, seemed to be walking gingerly, went back to the locker room, and now he is back on the floor, and we are told will be playing and starting tonight for the 76ers, who go for their third straight victory for the first time in almost 3 years. They will entertain the Toronto Raptors tonight right here on CSN. And it's Okafor coming up with a block on Valanciunas. Raptors here only 3 to shoot. It'll be DeRozan. Valanciunas is able to score it. Jonas Valanciunas, 5th year out of Lithuania. The 7-footer is 3rd on their team in scoring, averaging just over 12. Rodriguez scooting by everybody, but unfinished business for him.
Looked like he was a little more open than he anticipated that time, anticipating some contact. None came.
He got to the rim, didn't know how to act.
Exactly.
DeRozan, once again, 5th in the league in scoring. He is averaging just under 28. Well, when you play the way he plays, especially lately, you're very much the coach's friend. Dario actually comes in the Sixers' best three-point shooter at 39%, while Embiid is a few ticks higher at 44%. Does not have enough to qualify for the NBA leaders. He does have enough to qualify for the rookie leaders, as DeMar DeRozan now has 8, and the Raptors now lead by 4 for the first time. Well, the beauty of Embiid, now they respect the 3, so they come running at him. He has the ability to put it on the floor, that time creating for a teammate.
Putting it on the floor and diming somebody. 7-2 point guard, playmaker.
Lowry drills another 3, his 3rd of the game in 4 tries. DeRozan could move behind a screen, and he buried it. DeMar DeRozan, helped by the ample Jonas Valanciunas screen, and he's got 10.
So good.
Okafor over Patterson. Covington, not once but twice. Well done by Robert Covington to attack the glass and turn garbage into gold.
We've seen a lot of...
Whoa! DeMar DeRozan, after the made bucket, gets a dunk at the other end. Really?
I find that offensive. He turns it over and boom! Over Irsan and Jaleel.
Maybe the Sixers have found something, certainly against big lineups, as DeRozan gets 2 more and he's got 21. Rodriguez is stuck on DeRozan. Wow. That's Carroll for 3, and he buries it, so the Raptors, living up to their reputation, they're going to replay that, but right now it's a 3 for Carroll, and right now it's a 13-point lead for Toronto. DeRozan. And he is fouled. Saric just picked up his 4th. DeRozan, he knows that Covington's got 4, takes advantage of that. He's got 29 points.
1-4 here. See if anybody comes and gets a screen or if TJ's allowed to go one-on-one.
Well, he gave it up, and now the shot clock is unplugged. There's DeRozan running the floor and slamming for 2. Dwayne Casey probably not happy with their performance here in the 4th. The Sixers did well here in the 4th quarter. They were down as many as 19 points. They made it close, but in the end, they lose it by 9.
And we are back in Toronto, Ontario for Hawks basketball tonight. We greet you from the Air Canada Centre in the downtown core. And we are getting ready for the Hawks and the Raptors for the 2nd time this season. Atlanta looking to make amends for a disastrous game that was played here just 2 weeks ago. Nice D by Hardaway to move his feet. DeRozan, first 2 of the night, averages 28 a game, 4th highest score in the league. That's his game. Drive it. Patterson for 3.
And that is his game, and you know you got 3-point shooters on both sides of the floor, and you got to help. Left Patterson wide open for a nice looking 3-pointer.
Kent Bazemore defending. DeRozan with the bucket.
He is so good.
DeRozan. 6 points for DeMar. DeRozan driving baseline.
Oh, man. He didn't have much room there. But he's an attack first guy.
DeRozan off the elbow. 11 for DeMar.
I think our guys just collectively, whether he was out of the lineup or in the lineup, we're just playing better as an entire unit. So having Paul back's great, makes a big difference for us. But I think a lot of guys, whether they're starting or coming off the bench, are playing great.
Best luck in the second half, Phil.
Thanks, Rick.
Bob?
DeMar DeRozan backs in the first shot of the third quarter. This Toronto team looking to make a comeback in front of the home folks.
Well, you see
DeRozan twice.
DeRozan, he's coming out here with a purpose, and he was not very happy of his performance in the first half. Knocked down the first 2 buckets.
DeRozan again, that's 6 in a row. Timeout for Bud the Hawks.
Oh, he's coming at it. And he's feeling it right now.
DeMar DeRozan. And that's a 2. 19 points for DeMar. DeRozan, that's too clean a look. As hot as he is here in the third period. Tabo will drive it, miss it, and Lowry the rebound. They get the ball to DeRozan one more time. Patterson, corner 3. His second 3 of the night, and the Raptors are within 9. Tabo on the push. Dennis to the corner. Hardaway beats his man at the baseline. Blocked. And goes in on the follow.
And they're going to be in great shape. You see Dennis got a major mismatch here.
He'll take it. Miss it. Rebound to DeMar DeRozan. Raptors down 8. DeRozan, oh my. He got right to the hole and dunked it. Timeout for Atlanta. 119-111. DeRozan gets a quick lay-in. He's got 28. 119-113. Valanciunas. Hand off DeRozan. Jumper. 30 points for DeRozan. The 14th time he's hit the 30-point plateau this season. Raptors get a turnaround from DeRozan with 21.8. And Bud wants a timeout to advance it. Into DeRozan. 14, 13, 12. DeRozan will drive and score. 124-121. Joseph gets it in. Valanciunas isn't going to shoot it. This guy will. No good. Rebound Atlanta, and the horn sounds, and the Hawks have the victory in Toronto.
Welcome to Orlando on a warm and pleasant Sunday evening. Inside the Amway Center, our snowbird friends from Canada come swooping in. It's an Eastern Conference matchup, the Orlando Magic and the Toronto Raptors.
DeRozan with a knack for getting to the free throw line. This time he does not, but he does bank in a short jumper. DeMar DeRozan, third leading scorer in the NBA. Sidesteps Biyombo and floats it in. He's got 6 of their 10. DeRozan, about an 18-foot jumper.
DeRozan knows how high he's got to put it up the glass to score over Biz.
Here's DeRozan. That's good. That's his game. He leads the league in mid-range jump shot attempts. DeRozan carrying the scoring load for this Raptor team. Here's Lowry down the middle. Count the basket and the foul on Vucevic. Magic still up by 1 with 5:40 to play. A long 3 by Lowry is good. That's what he has been doing. Vucevic, no good. Valanciunas the rebound. Ross up the floor. Lowry to DeRozan. This backcourt, exceptional. DeRozan again. Good again. They are on a 19-4 run. Toronto, they lead by 4. DeMar DeRozan, there's not much you can do about that. Fournier with the shot clock ticking down. He finds Payton firing for 3. Short rebound, Valanciunas, his 11th. Raptors lead is 5. DeRozan scores again. DeMar DeRozan already with 20 points in the game. Here's DeRozan stumbling. Valanciunas scoring again. Boy, he's had a huge second quarter. Jonas Valanciunas. Well, that's easy for DeRozan. He came off that screen, had all kinds of daylight. DeRozan a 3. It's only his 13th three-point field goal he's made this year.
Well, the Magic needs to catch fire. Orlando 1 of 10 on three-point shots tonight. You got to score to beat this team because they are going to put points on the board. DeMar DeRozan.
Well, he just took it right down into the post and a quick move through defenders and a great finish.
Green left it short. The rebound, DeRozan. Here he comes, rambling up the floor, setting up Ross for three. Terrence Ross, his third three tonight.
Very good at spotting up. Nice job running wide, getting his feet set.
DeRozan crossing over and taking it right through Damian Rudez.
Yeah, well, Rudez, you've just got to guess. You're trying to take one angle away from him. Damian taking the right hand away and just the Euro step back to the middle.
Peyton Vucevic. DeRozan rebounds with 6 seconds to play in the third. 20-footer. Good again. 31 for DeMar DeRozan at the end of the third quarter. Toronto can just dribble out the clock and secure their 19th victory of the season. They've won 5 of their last 6 now. The only setback, the 4-point loss at home to Atlanta on Friday night.
Finally home for the holidays. Long stretch at Oracle coming up. An elite team stands in their way. These are the 2 best shooting teams in the NBA. The Warriors have rolled teams at home recently. Toronto has been rolling everyone. 14-2 in their last 16. A huge challenge tonight.
Valanciunas has terminated the dribble. Steph knocked it away. Lowry retrieves. The shot clock's at 7, and he's still in the backcourt. Now down to 3. Lowry thought about a 3. DeRozan's got to beat the buzzer, and he made it! High, arcing, deep 2. Here's DeRozan's game. Phenomenal mid-range, tremendous free throw shooter, getting better year by year. DeRozan is bigger than Ian Clark, got inside and able to finish.
Well, they're going with the 3-guard lineup if you count Ross that way, so a little bit different here, smaller.
Raptors are back in the ball game. Lowry on the reload 3 and dropping it in.
The pump fake got Curry.
Draymond laying it in. Curry, a beautiful pass. As Stephen is running the offense nicely.
That was one of the sharpest plays we've seen. How about that move?
Rosen, little step through.
That play right there, they just made a great play. He streaked down the court and they just couldn't recover in time.
He gets 6 off the bench. Rosen got it locked and automatic here in the second. 28 points in the paint for the Warriors.
I think the goal right now would be at least have double-digit lead after the first half.
Rosen with a 20-footer.
And it's going to be a challenge for him.
There's Patterson.
Finally gets his 3. It's his 5th one he shot tonight out of 6 shots. Hadn't made one yet.
Down to 2. DeRozan to end the quarter. And DeMar DeRozan with 21.
Just like Kyrie Irving, you don't stop that shot.
So Patterson, DeMar Carroll, DeMar DeRozan, with Lowry and Ross. And Carroll
got the layup anyway.
Yep. Not a lot of movement right now, so KD going to try to bail things out, and he turns it over. Not a good possession for the Dubs, and DeRozan runs it right back, and Steve Kerr's got to use the timeout. Ian Clark, he didn't catch it cleanly. Stayed with it again, couldn't finish. DeRozan head of steam, you know where he's going. Draymond Green is guarding Kyle Lowry. You can check anybody 1 through 5, but that's a tough task. And DeRozan, tough fadeaway, and it's a 7-point game. Well, 2 of the elite in the NBA meet at Oracle. The Warriors prevail by 10.
Just 24 hours after playing in San Antonio, the Suns right back at it here at Talking Stick Resort Arena in Phoenix. 6th set of back-to-back games this season, and the first of 2 back-to-backers within a week. How about that? The grinding schedule continues tonight against the 2nd-best team in the East, behind the defending champion Cleveland Cavaliers. It's time for Suns basketball as the Phoenix Suns beat the Toronto Raptors on Fox Sports Arizona. Bledsoe swings it over to Booker. He finds Tucker from the couch.
The former Toronto Raptor, P.J. Tucker. 17 games as a rookie with them.
Yeah, unselfish play there.
Oh, what a play. Great pass by Devin Booker to Tyson Chandler. So here's DeRozan, moves in on Chandler and fires away. There's that mid-range game that you were talking about earlier.
Makes him dangerous because you got to defend him in all parts of the court, whereas some guys, all they want to do is shoot the three and put it on the floor and drive to the rim.
Here's DeRozan. Gets past everybody. DeMar DeRozan, who became the franchise scoring leader last night at Golden State. Warren with time running out on the shot clock.
The Raptors defense a little stingy in the last few possessions for the Suns. They need to recognize that and just be more solid with their passing and ball movement.
DeMar DeRozan with some beautiful head movement. DeMar DeRozan. What a great move by DeMar. Here's DeMar DeRozan with a step through. That man can score.
He's a machine. That's all I can tell you.
Eric with the rebound. Nice board. Booker got free for the jam. What a quick first step, Eddie.
First step, and then a quick example of the explosion that he has in those calves.
DeRozan spots up and scores, and he's fouled. That was like in slow motion. DeRozan throws up a brick. On the transition, it's Booker going all the way. One way to break out of a slump.
Yeah, he kept his balance and wits about him. He didn't try to go mano-a-mano to try to elevate over DeRozan. He went around him.
Good calm play by Booker, and Ross drops it in.
Not going to stop shooting.
DeRozan with a great ball fake. It would have counted, and it would have been 3. Leaking out is Tucker. Double clutches, and he got it, and he's fouled by Ross.
Wow, that's creative. Basketball.
No shot to the fool there. Booker lowers that shoulder, brings it out to Chris. Chris, deep two, rattles it.
Caught it in rhythm and shot it. Knew he had Lowry on him, can't block his shot.
Booker to Chandler. The alley-oop. And the flush. P.J. Warren battles along the baseline. Booker rolls right. He gets a screen from Glenn, raises up and hits. A long two by D-Book. That's Joseph pulling the string. Here comes Booker going coast to coast. A one-man fast break. The turnaround by DeRozan, and he's fouled. Remember that guy who was resting on the bench for a while? Here he is again, folks.
And this is the issue right now for the Suns. He's one of the best in the league at doing that, and now they're in the bonus.
Booker with the step back off the heel of the rim. Too strong. 7-point difference. Lowry and DeRozan are out there. The flip to DeRozan. He's going in and scores. That was too easy.
He's got so much stuff.
Here comes Booker all the way, and he flicks it home. Suns by 8 with the basketball. We come up on 2 minutes remaining in the fourth. Eric Bledsoe, 22 points, 9 assists. He's going for his 4th double-double of the year. Booker, this could do it. It does. He beat the buzzer. Booker coming alive late. He's got 17. And Bledsoe with a double-double. Devin shakes it loose and couldn't hit. On the break, Lowry gets the step. The trail of DeRozan flings it over to Joseph. Checks the line, checks the ball, and knocks it down.
But I like what T.J. Warren did. T.J. Warren ran at him, and then he made him think about it.
And the Suns are going to do it. They're going to beat the Toronto Raptors. And it's all smiles in Suns land tonight as they end 2016 at home on a winning note.
Whether or not it was him not being in the game or whether the team didn't go to him.
Only got 2 more shots the rest of the way.
Yeah, it just seems odd. DeRozan rattles it in from the outside. And you mentioned it, that is just a part of his game that he has vastly improved. DeRozan.
Well, he's got that mid-range game working already. Putting 3 for 3.
He is 6th in NBA scoring, and he is 2 for 2. DeRozan has 6 points, 5 for DeMar Carroll. DeRozan is perfect so far back here in Southern California.
I thought he was 3 for 3.
7 to shoot. DeRozan pull up and score.
How sweet is he looking right now, DeMar DeRozan?
Here's DeRozan now working on Mavs, who's been on the unfortunate end of a couple of possessions now by Toronto.
And we have a tie game with 1:15 to play in the half.
It is the 4th time we've been tied tonight. Most teams also love to attack the Lakers in the paint like DeRozan is doing right now. They think they're vulnerable there. Ooh, DeRozan is not happy. He quickly came up to challenge Mozgov, who is not backing down and talking back to DeMar DeRozan. Luke Walton has been searching for answers. What has happened in the second half and trying to finish games for this Laker team. They just start playing a different brand of basketball. DeMar DeRozan switches it through.
Now he's in a little trouble where they gave up the ball. DeMar DeRozan was posting him up. Nick has to be very careful about that 4th foul as DeRozan starts the 3rd quarter the way he started the 1st.
Spinning, Nick Young down low, but that one goes off the rim. Valanciunas clears the glass with the strong left-handed dribble is Lowry. Bodied away from D'Angelo, who's going to get it right back from DeRozan. Rainbow is down.
You just love to see players play with a lot of fire, and that's what Lowry does. He really does a great job.
And DeRozan comes right back to lay it in. Yeah, just 3 points against Dallas. 7 out of the last 11, 5 points or less. Now he's getting bumped underneath by DeRozan. They're going to count it. So DeRozan, after missing 4 in a row, has made his last 2, and he'll get an and 1 with Toronto back in the lead. That's the 8th lead change we've had tonight.
26 points now for DeRozan.
DeMar with 27 points. And the 3 Raptors in double figures. Make it 29.
Good footwork that time by DeMar DeRozan.
DeRozan, little stutter step. Oh, he is fouled hard by Tarek Black. This is a high-scoring team. They've been held under 100 only 6 times this year.
Well, we're still in the 3rd with under 30 seconds to play, and DeMar DeRozan already with 31 points.
Well, just a bucket shy of his career high. Kyle Lowry with 41 tonight. And tonight's peak performer is presented by Mercedes-Benz of Southern California.
And no question what the peak performers are. It's the backcourt of the Raptors. DeRozan and Lowry. What did they do? Well, together they combined for 72 points. And they shot the ball rather well also and got to the free throw line. A lot of the free throw line. 13 free throws for DeRozan, 11 for Lowry. Too much of that duo.
Siakam says hello to Pau Gasol. And the save by Parker to Kawhi Leonard through Pau. Yeah, I think he's feeling better.
I think he is. He looked awfully comfortable there. That was a preseason shot for Kawhi.
Spurs on the turnover. Kawhi! Oh, nearly lost his footing and gets the bucket.
Toronto 1 of 6 in the early going. DeRozan tries to improve on that and does, knocking it down to make it a 12-6 ball game.
To guard LA in the low block one-on-one, that's a little much.
That's a challenge.
Yes, it is.
And hopefully turns into a learning experience.
And LA should be smelling fresh meat out there.
DeRozan knocks down the jumper.
DeRozan blocked by Pau. Loose one. Here's Parker. He's got Kawhi. Back to Gasol for 2.
Heads up play there by Kawhi Leonard. Well under control in the open court.
Siakam forces it back outside.
Kawhi Leonard for 3. The Claw shooting 39% from deep. It's his 61st long ball of the year.
Kawhi's going to get threes all night long off that type of defensive rotation or non-rotation.
Ginobili in for Green. Leonard.
Feel it as Kawhi bangs another triple. He was 1 of 6 from deep against Atlanta. He obviously is feeling much better tonight. He's in double figs with 10.
Just getting to earlier when you talked about DeRozan's hot start. You know what that does, Bill? It zeroes all the defenders in on you as he's got to work like crazy just to get that shot off. Nice up and under on Kawhi Leonard. But, you know, now when he starts scoring the ball, you better believe that all defenders are going to circle it down there because they want to prove something by shutting you down. So he's getting everybody's best shot.
Leonard. Oh, mama! Kawhi from about 29 or 30 that time. Good grief.
That's some New Braunfels.
He's got 13. Corey Joseph, a former Spur to the miss. Kawhi says, I'll take that. Throws it away from the Gamma. Simmons with 9 on the shot clock. Inside a minute, he lost the handle, and the turnover gives it back to the Raptors. And one. Let's see here. Raptors want it to count.
Well, not if you put it down on the floor. That was hard to tell.
8 on the shot clock for Patty to David Lee. Weaves his way. Has it fall short. And DeRozan brings it back. 5 seconds to go. Good defense, better offense.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh, no gift, a shout out tonight. Sorry, we're going to cheap on you this evening. Bucket is good, and the Raptors make it a 13-point game. DeRozan the floater for 2.
That's the second time he's used that screen.
Ross was 7 off the bench. Lowry's been held to 4 so far. That one lost control, and look out here. Wow, with a step. Siakam couldn't finish that, and the Spurs Green to Parker. Oh my, kick out. Corral toes the line. Yes! What a play! And there's your Twilight coming from Tony Parker. Parker to Aldridge, back to Kawhi. Not another one. Yes! And Leonard, absolutely unstoppable. Knocking down the jumper. He's 5 of 6 now from 3, and the Spurs lead it by 22.
He looks like right now, he looks like he looked in preseason. Like it's just a stroll in the park for him, just casual.
Nogueira blocked by Leonard. The Claws saw that coming, and then another player gets answered, this time from DeRozan.
Well, thankfully the first one didn't count. That would have been 2 in a row. Oh, Phil Kennedy letting the Toronto Raptors bench have it. They wanted it traveling on Tony Parker's re-catch of that pass. I'm not sure if it got deflected or not. DeRozan's starting to heat up.
Yeah, he's got 20 and 9 of 16 shooting. DeRozan in the paint.
Wow, he's got that move down. Seen that more than a few times tonight.
Here's Lowry. Valanciunas to DeRozan, a little bit off the mark.
They almost threw it out of bounds.
3 seconds.
DeRozan. He's got his ridiculously smooth jump shot.
Third quarter, winding down as DeRozan continues to roll.
You could just tell as soon as he rose up that ball was good. He's really impressed me with his silky shooting touch.
Leonard leading the break to Mills, to Aldridge for the dunk. And a timeout Raptors. The Spurs pulling it on. As the Spurs going to bump it to 12-4 at home and 28-7 on the season as Murray will dribble it out. And the Raptors fall to 23-11.
Back home tonight at the United Center, the Bulls try for 3 straight wins as they host the Atlantic Division leaders. The Bulls have won 9 straight versus the Raptors and would love to extend that streak. It's the Bulls at 18-18 versus the Raptors at 24-11. Jimmy stops and pops and no good. Here comes Lowry. Lowry all the way to the baseline. Back to DeRozan. Flips it up on the rim and good.
I don't even know how he got that off.
I don't either. He squirted it up there. Carter Williams, corner McDermott, back to Carter Williams, threw it away. Lowry stepped right in front of Taj. Lowry to DeRozan. One hops it down the lane and scores. DeRozan doing that little double weave. DeRozan Euro steps his way in.
Move.
Kindly roll.
Boy, that was a smooth move.
DeRozan greeted by Butler. DeRozan to his left, runs it up and scores again.
They got to get a grasp on him, because right now he's off to a great start. He's got 10 points.
There's a steal, and they're off to the races. DeRozan runs in, dunks it with the right hand.
Well, we said that one thing the Bulls could not do is they could not have turnovers. Right now, this team has got 10 points off of 7 Bulls turnovers. They lead the league in points off turnovers, so this is the way they play.
DeRozan from outside, he scores.
You see, they just run a little misdirection that way, go away from DeRozan, and then send 2 screens and have him come off wide open. That's a nice play.
Ahead to DeMar DeRozan.
Comes to his right, stops baseline, and scores. Very smooth. He's a dynamic scorer. DeRozan against Gibson. Fires the jumper and scores. See, the one thing they do, they recognize matchups. That time, Kyle Lowry saw that Taj Gibson was on DeRozan, and immediately they give it right back to him. Here comes Jimmy again, isolated on the right side. Backs in, spins, fires, nope. And the rebound fought for and won by DeMar DeRozan. Minute 29 left. 3-point Bulls lead. DeRozan stepping through and scoring. They needed their star player to come up. And now DeMar DeRozan, defended by Dwayne Wade. DeMar DeRozan, rainbow and an air ball, and he was fouled.
Wow, you can't call that.
Tied at 107, a 20 taken by Fred Hoiberg. The Bulls keep Jimmy Butler on Lowry. DeRozan goes to work, stops, fires, scores. That's too easy. They're going to run and pick and roll that time. They're going to bring Nico up to make him have to play defense. Put the ball in DeRozan's hand now. DeRozan back to Lowry, up shooting at 3, missing, rebound, Taj, game over. You can drive home safely. Big win. 123 to 118. The Bulls come back from 19 down to extend their winning streak over the Raptors to 10 straight games.
Live from the Air Canada Center, smack dab in the middle of downtown Toronto, Root Sports presents Houston Rockets basketball. As tonight, the 29-9 Rockets battle the 24-12 Toronto Raptors for basketball bragging rights in the Northern Hemisphere.
Another mid-range jumper there for DeMar DeRozan. You got to know that that's where he wants to get on the floor. He's going to dribble off that three-point line.
DeRozan for the baseline, and the Raptors lead by 6. DeRozan, teardrop runner, and the Raptors extend it with his second basket in a row to a 22-14 count. 7 straight for them. And the touch, the roll for DeRozan. He now has 11. Harden can't convert. Ahead to Joseph. High off the window.
The Raptors are the 6th best team in the league in fast break points.
Patterson again.
Big part of their offense. He's a good floor spacer for the Raptors.
Corey Brewer unable to hit the layup. DeRozan coast to coast. 13 straight for Toronto.
Yeah, Rockets got to get a timeout because the Raptors are running away from the Rockets here in the first quarter.
Harden, his pass deflected. Stolen by Ross. Odd man rush the other way. Harden misses the opportunity at 3 straight. Thought he got fouled. Valanciunas gets it back for Toronto. 65-64. He's got 8. DeRozan stepping in. There was no contact. He'll get a bonus free throw. I'd like to see this one again. I don't think there was any contact, even though Sean Corbin was closer to the play than we were. DeRozan into the lane. First field goal for the Raptors. Now there's still an eternity remaining. Better than 8 minutes to go. A 10-point lead in the NBA is nothing. DeRozan long 2. Ariza over Patterson. Did that happen in that playoff series against the Blazers? Game 1 in Portland?
Sounds right.
I think he started 9 of 9 in the first quarter. Memory doesn't fail me. DeRozan hits again. 7 straight for the Raptors. DeRozan drop steps. Anderson challenges, got hit in the face. And DeRozan able to lay it up and in as he's coming alive here in this fourth quarter. DeRozan with the scoring touch here for the Raptors. Gets around a double team. And again, 11 of the quarter.
There it is.
DeRozan from one end to the other. Twice down by 13. The Rockets find their groove late as Mike D'Antoni's team improves to 30-9 on the season, salvaging a split of this season series with the Toronto Raptors, winning for the 8th time in a row as James Harden's triple-double and other things, and Montrezl Harrell's nearly perfect night shooting the rock at 12 of 13. Second highest scoring game that Montrezl has had in his career with 28. And the Rockets come out of here with a win.
Toronto, Canada is the scene for the Celtics tonight, a special city to a lot of members of the Celtics. Kelly Olynyk was brought up in this area. He's got his family and a lot of tickets he had to get for tonight's game. Amir Johnson played most of his career here, and Isaiah Thomas was an all-star here last year. He hopes to be an all-star tonight as the Celtics and Raptors go at it again.
Rebound taken off by DeRozan. Both clubs off to slow starts here. Toronto 1 of 3, Boston 1 of 5. DeRozan.
Marcus thought he had a little bit of help because of the screen and roll they want to keep DeRozan out of the middle of the floor. There was no help there.
DeRozan. And a chance for a three-point play. Amir Johnson will be whistled for the foul. Horford in the switch is way out there with Lowry. DeRozan into the paint. That's his game.
Yeah, no question about it. And this is the game that we thought we were going to see.
DeRozan banks that one home. DeRozan off the catch, rattles it home.
Yeah. Marcus got off the body. I felt like Patrick Patterson moved on that screen, but DeRozan, too much time to knock down that 17-footer.
DeRozan with Isaiah on him, backs him down, gets in the paint, little jump stop, and hits the jumper.
There's not a lot you can do from a game planning standpoint from that isolation from the top of the key. But if you're going to have Isaiah on DeRozan, he's going to get to that spot.
Approaching the halfway mark. DeRozan doesn't take a lot of threes, but makes that one.
I think Marcus was a little surprised by that, but those two guys, I'm going to continue to say it, all have. Lowry and DeRozan are the guys that can bring this team back into this game.
DeRozan. Across the lane. That was a tough shot. And Brad Stevens, like you, sees it very quickly, calls a timeout. DeRozan takes it to the basket for two.
Yeah, Celtics got to raise their level up. That level, right now, Raptors are playing desperation mode. They've lost a couple games. They want to turn this thing around. Celtics got to bring their energy up.
Jaylen Brown to the basket, missed the shot. Rebound DeRozan. DeRozan gets in the paint, hangs again. Two more. 8-point game. You can hear Brad Stevens' boys talk to each other. That's just a big-time move right there.
Yeah, no, Kelly's got to recognize that early. With DeRozan have the ball and Isaiah, he's going to look to drive the ball hard to the basket.
DeRozan looking to go one-on-one. Chance for a three-point play. He is a big-time player. Brad Stevens calls a timeout. 35 now for DeRozan. DeRozan.
Oh, man. What a shot, Mike. Once again, with his right hand fading away, goes high off the glass.
DeRozan got Isaiah on a switch. Oh. 39 for DeRozan. Brad Stevens takes a timeout. DeRozan along the baseline. He's got 41. Toronto's up 6. Might have been a different story if Avery Bradley were able to play. But Toronto closed the game on a 23-6 run. And outscored Boston 34-22 in the fourth quarter.
Well, the Nets have migrated north. Yes, the 6 is all lit up. Toronto, Canada, ready to host a bundled-up Brooklyn team as some of the young guns get ready to go. Lob to the rim, and Nogueira powers it down.
Yeah, you think that DeRozan is going to take that 12-foot jumper, and he's very, very good at it. Nice setup just then, a little brush screen up high.
Harris flipped it up wildly as he was losing his footing, and it didn't have a chance. Toronto tied for 3rd in the league in turnovers forced. They are 3rd in defensive turnover percentage as DeRozan shows off that mid-range game. As LeVert gets a chance to guard DeRozan. DeRozan trying to find space, could not. Carroll will fire and hit a three. The last 14 Nets points have been scored from players off their bench. Kenny Atkinson said in the Geico quote book he likes the pace and activity of that unit, and they've done a nice job here at the end of this quarter as DeRozan gets to his spot and finishes. LeVert will heave. A decent attempt from Caris LeVert from just beyond 47 feet, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Well, Sarah, you mentioned not letting him out in transition as DeRozan follows up his miss with a bucket. Toronto didn't have a fast break point in that first half.
Yeah, no fast break points. The 5 turnovers that Sarah mentioned, this team usually turns over at about 16 per. And so well under the average that the Raptors have defensively.
DeRozan, he gets the roll on some pretty nice D from Spencer Dinwiddie, but DeRozan, the soft touch. DeRozan just roasted Bogdanovich for 2.
If your number is 35% from the threes or thereabouts, that's going to be a foul.
And the bucket. DeMar DeRozan somehow sticks the landing plus the foul.
Joe Harris has the assignment.
And DeRozan takes advantage.
Not bad defense, too. He's right on the hip. DeRozan is a master at figuring it out.
DeRozan motoring in, and now he's starting to heat up.
He got that high screen. That's a nice little set that they run.
Raptors with some momentum.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's see if they continue with the momentum. Oh, look at
DeRozan.
How do you guard it?
I don't know.
He's good. He's tricky with it. He's long. It's 6'7", but really understands how to get a shot off in traffic.
DeRozan again and puts it down with a floater. It has been all DeRozan in this third. He has 17 in the frame, 26 for the game. DeRozan, Euro stepping, floating, hitting. And Brooklyn's losing streak is now in NBA long for this season, 9 straight games. 132 to 113 the final, as Toronto uses a 42 spot to separate in the final frame.
Valanciunas, open jumper.
Yeah, he's a 53% shooter. Sweet touch that time, 12 feet away.
DeRozan gets inside. That one too easy. DeMar DeRozan gets his first field goal. He was 1 for 6.
DeRozan reluctant to shoot now. Look at that. He's in his area, but this guy isn't.
And the Knicks need to get out on Valanciunas. That's his 3rd field goal. After the slow start, Knicks coming back a bit. DeRozan, that's what he does best. One of the NBA leaders in points in the paint. He's got an old-fashioned game, Clyde.
You know, I heard someone mention that he copied after Alex English.
DeRozan again in the paint.
It's too easy, man. He's just literally walking his way in there, taking a couple of dribbles. Shooting range.
DeRozan against Courtney Lee goes for the fake. So does Noah. Boy, what a great play from DeMar DeRozan.
He was 8 feet away, duping and hooping a couple of Knicks that time.
Valanciunas
swooping and hooping. He's a 7-footer, just catching the ball and going right to the hoop.
DeRozan pulls up from the elbow and he just gets wherever he wants to go. And this is the largest lead. Lowry, nice feed inside. Carroll kicks it back out. DeRozan right back into Carroll. Blocked by O'Quinn. And a goaltend. DeRozan up and under. Little resistance. The lead is ballooned to 28. Noah tips it. Goes right to DeRozan. DeRozan with the left hand. Gorgeous play from DeRozan. The score here in the 3rd quarter is 19-2. The Knicks have 2 points in the first 8 minutes of the period. And they need guys rested to come back tomorrow. Shorthanded tonight with no Porzingis or today. DeRozan, Thomas missing. Valanciunas. Jeff Hornacek thought there was a travel. A terrible afternoon for the Knicks. No fight, no spirit early. The subs made the score respectable. The Knicks trailed by their largest deficit of the season, 38.
On Tuesday night in Brooklyn as we join you from Barclays Center. This is Nets basketball on Yes. Is that Bigfoot? Well, it's a Bigfoot. It happens to belong to Brook Lopez. Lopez back in the lineup tonight as the Nets play host to the Toronto Raptors, the third of 4 meetings between these two teams, and we've got it for you here on Yes. Raptors are 3 of 4 from the field. They've already hit on 2 threes. Here's DeRozan sizing up Bogdanovich. Nogueira sets the screen, leans in, and gets it to go. Everything is clicking for Toronto.
And don't be surprised if they go to DeRozan this set right here.
So playing with 2 fouls. This is a challenge. Bogdanovich, he gives cushion, and DeRozan takes advantage.
And I think they will go to the well constantly if they can.
Walking the tightrope. Ross a 3. Open look for Terrence Ross. DeRozan way outside. Switch. LA native against LA native. Euro step for 2. Change here. Siakam is in as Nogueira is dealing with a potential concussion. DeRozan, smooth looking delivery. DeMar DeRozan, that mid-range game is dominant. DeRozan again. DeRozan looking inside. Booker is working hard against Valanciunas. DeRozan pulls the trigger and connects.
Booker continues to push and lean on their big fella, and he's not backing off.
All right, Sarah, push shot goes. Feathery touch for DeMar DeRozan.
How about that? He goes by his own man, and he looks at a 7-footer in Brook Lopez and says, I'm not going to challenge you all the way. I'll just pull up and go right over you.
7-0 run, 13 straight games of 20 or more points for DeRozan. The floater goes down, and finally, Jonas Valanciunas has gotten on the board. DeRozan on a kick for Ross. Over LeVert. Count it. It's a 3.
Just really anticipates where the ball is coming from. And Ross never hesitates. If he knows he's got an opening for the 3, it's just like lightning to get that shot off.
DeRozan hangs and hits.
And for a 2-for-1 opportunity, a foul to give for Toronto. Hit the back, the heel part fell on the other guy's foot.
DeRozan spins, and he just makes it look so effortless. DeRozan using the Pirtle screen. Pull up. Oh, DeMar DeRozan does not need much space, and he can just get it stuck in automatic.
Look at this. Man. Wow.
DeMar DeRozan can't miss, and the Nets can't stop him. DeRozan gets it back. Again, here's the matchup.
Handling it a lot, isn't he?
DeRozan drives. Off the window, DeMar DeRozan doing as he pleases.
And generally, you don't want to see a guy throw his shoulders away from the basket, but he had to with Brook Lopez there. What a terrific move.
DeRozan's still in the game. Crosses over on LeVert. Puts it off the glass and in. DeMar DeRozan. He is a one-man wrecking crew. Kenny Atkinson waving over to Dwayne Casey on a night where DeMar DeRozan and Corey Joseph dominated the Nets.
Tonight, the Mayor Canada Center in Toronto. The Clippers take on the Raptors in Game 2 of their 5-game road trip.
Well, while you were watching the Super Bowl, I was doing some work.
I was watching the Super Bowl. I wish I were watching the Super Bowl. Inside, thrown up and thrown down by Nogueira. Griffin inside, lots of traffic, missed the shot. Spates follows, misses it. And here they come again. Flying up court. Lowry. DeRozan. His first field goal, an easy one. The Raptors lead for the first time, 24-22. Baseline jumper, basket and a foul. DeRozan gets the bucket. You want to see him get going. 10 seconds separate the shot clock in the game clock. DeRozan, free throw line jumper is good.
See how they're setting a screen for him 30 feet away, 35 feet away, which is getting him free from the great defense of Ba Mute.
Shot clock and game clock in virtual sync. Just a fraction of a second separating them. The Clippers will use as much time as they can to try to get off a game-tying shot. Maybe even a leader if they can make a 3. Felton in trouble. Uh-oh, they turn it over.
And there's time.
Pirtle will drive and miss, and a foul jam by DeRozan.
Well, what a comeback by DeRozan.
Valanciunas is free.
And that's not a shot he would take
that quickly in the past. His work with Jack Sikma has taught him to catch it high, shoot it, not hesitate.
Amari Carroll, terrible looking shot.
Yeah, he's been a disappointment to me.
Making a disappointment to them.
Well, that's what I mean.
Hard to the goal, taken by Valanciunas.
Injured most of last year, and not even close to the player he was in Atlanta.
Left-handed runner is good.
Left-handed? A left-handed 10-foot shot by DeRozan, who's missed 7 of the last 8. Wow.
DeRozan a 3-ball.
What's he shooting, 25%?
28% of the year. DeRozan with it. Elbow leaner. Here we go again. 72-60.
How about the first half he had?
DeRozan on the wing. Backs down against Reddick. There's that length you talk about that he exhibits.
I mean, it's such a size advantage against any 2-guard in the league.
DeRozan got a bounce. Lowry. Down low. Into the corner again. 3-ball. Bingo. DeRozan, his second of the game. Careful, Blake. DeRozan scores anyway. Man, oh man. It's over, folks. The two teams split their season series, a game each. The Raptors go to 32-21 on the year, 18-9 here at home. The Clippers lose the basketball game and fall to 31-21. They've now lost 7 of their last 9 basketball games.
Well, as tonight, Tom Thibodeau's words will resonate with his players. If they don't, it could be a long one for the Timberwolves as they host one of the top offensive teams in the NBA, the Toronto Raptors. Andrew Wiggins starts the scoring for the Wolves. Andrew has scored 25 or more in 4 straight games against Toronto. Admitted today at shoot-around that there's always a little something extra when he plays the Raptors, the team he grew up watching as a Toronto native. DeRozan has it knocked away, then gets it away. And how about that? Back-to-back possessions in which the Raptors use almost every second on the shot clock and get a score. DeRozan out of the corner rattles it in. DeRozan pulls up over Gorgie Jang and drills it. DeRozan, clock down to 5. Jones, nice job of staying with him, but DeRozan is a tough cover for anybody. And Towns won't get it away in time. And how about Toronto scoring on 15 of 20 possessions in the opening quarter? DeRozan.
The patience of DeMar DeRozan pick-and-roll game is what is stunning.
Brandon Rush gets out in front of everybody and blows it from point-blank range.
Siakam hustling down the floor. DeRozan just lays it up. Siakam's hustle, though, made Brandon Rush hurry it up, and that's why you love guys that give you the extra effort in pursuit.
DeRozan, I mean, in terms of, it doesn't carry as much cachet. Not that Rick Fox didn't have a nice career, but he didn't have a Steve Nash career.
Rick Fox had a great career. Rick Fox had a great career compared to most Canadians.
Well, that's very true. DeRozan hangs in the air. DeRozan answers right back.
He's cold-blooded, isn't he? Wow, the spin move. That's crazy. That looks like it was a nerve hoop. The way he spun on Tyus Jones. They play a lot of isolation. DeMar DeRozan's very good at it. They said it a lot of isolation.
Cold-blooded.
Yeah, it was cold-blooded. That was just forced the switch. DeMar DeRozan over the smaller player.
DeRozan drives right to the cup, met by Towns, took some contact and able to get it to go. No call. DeRozan wanted the and one. Wiggins kicks it out for Tyus Jones for 3 and drills it. All Tyus does is make big plays. Might want to consider fouling before the act of shooting. They won't foul. They play it out. Lowry contested 3, and that'll do it. Off the backboard, and the Timberwolves, who had the lead for a minuscule amount of time in this game, will finish it with the 3-point win. They led a total of 94 seconds, but they lead when the clock strikes 000, and that's what matters most.
The Pistons are back on the road in scenic Toronto, where everybody seems to enjoy the winter season and the nightlife. On Sunday night, live in Toronto at the Air Canada Centre, It's the Pistons and the Toronto Raptors. DeRozan. That's exactly what he likes. Mid-range. And it's 5-4 Raptors. Valanciunas quickly to DeRozan. Nice cut inside. And a jam for Jakob Poeltl. DeRozan with a fall away. Tough shot. He buried it.
If the clock is winding down, I want the ball in DeRozan's hands if I'm Toronto.
DeMar DeRozan to the basket for the jam.
You know, when you got moves like that, who needs a three-point shot, George?
DeMar Carroll trying to shake Marcus Morris. Turns, forces, and fills it up. Nothing you can do about that. DeRozan with ish against him. Clock inside 10.
You don't have to guard him that tightly when he's above the three-point line.
Backs down, turns, guns, got it. Soft shot. Roll down. Toronto leads it. They have it. 3.5 to play in the half. DeRozan rises and guns. It won't go. Andre had the rebound.
You know what?
And they're saying he got up around the rim to rebound the miss. And they're going to give the Raptors the basket. Lowry's got John Lure out on him. Penetrates. Shot clock running for DeRozan. And he hits it. That'll hurt.
That's a guy, George,
62-49.
who knows who he is, who knows where his strengths are, and who's patient enough to get.
Valanciunas screens. DeRozan rises from the paint. Soft shot, and he scores. Shot clock inside 5. DeRozan fires, fills it up. Nothing you can do about that.
George, that's 3 times. He's hit shots where the response is nothing you can do about it. KCP, to his credit, made him take a tough shot. He just made it. That guy is that talented, folks.
Lowry waiting for the ball behind the three-point line on the other side. DeRozan turns, fires, fills it. Lowry fakes it, takes it to the lane. The turn and gun, no. Rebound, Ish Smith. Tobias gives it back to Ish. 15 seconds left. From the corner, it's down for KCP. What a comeback.
Big shot taker there, George.
DeRozan has it. DeRozan up fakes, fires. It won't fall. Andre rebounds. The Pistons win. The Pistons beat the Raptors in Toronto. What a comeback.
What a gutsy comeback. They never stopped believing. They never quit fighting, George.
From Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and Air Canada Centre on a cool and breezy day here in Canada's most populous city. Anticipation building here for the 4th meeting of the season between the Toronto Raptors and the Boston Celtics as we take a look at the standings in the Eastern Conference. In particular, the top 5. Boston has been the hottest team in the East outside of Washington since the middle of December. Meanwhile, Toronto has fallen on hard times a little bit because of various reasons, of course. 33-24. Remember, this was a team that last year made it to the Eastern Conference Finals before losing to Cleveland in 6 games. Joseph looking inside to Valanciunas. They like to go to him early. 7 on the shot clock for DeRozan. Off the Ibaka screen. And he is the maestro of the mid-range, Doug. You talked about it in the open, and he draws the foul. DeMar DeRozan averaging over 27 points a game, threatening Vince Carter's franchise record of 27.7 per, the highest on the books. And DeRozan with that smooth floater from the mid-range again. A guy that grew up in Compton, California, a longtime Laker fan, and has watched hours and hours of video of Kobe Bryant. DeRozan gets all the way to the bucket. DeRozan was in New Orleans and told me that he flew back to Los Angeles and spent a couple days with the family there before coming back to Toronto. DeRozan working against the rookie. I'll tell you what, Jaylen Brown took master's courses as a freshman at Cal last year.
Yeah.
He's getting a PhD right now from DeRozan. And DeRozan has 10 points already here in the first quarter. Joseph looking inside for DeRozan. Got a mismatch against Rozier with 10 on the clock. Great spin move and finish. There's that footwork you were talking about, Doug Collins.
Well, you got to know where your help is coming from. Your help is coming from your top. You cannot get beat baseline. He did, and Brad Stevens says, let's talk this over.
DeRozan off the screen and knocks down the mid-range jump shot. 1:15 to go in the first half. P.J. Tucker with the corner three.
That's what he could do. It's now plus 18 from the three-point line.
DeRozan. Horford switches on to him. DeRozan finds his way all the way to the bucket. And the sweet finger roll. DeMar DeRozan cooking here with 19. Ibaka with a nice pump fake.
He's got to shoot that ball right there. He passed up an open shot to get it to DeRozan, who does hit the mid-range shot. I think it's going to be a loose ball foul here on either Amir Johnson or Horford as well against Valanciunas.
Inside to Ibaka, a nice fake inside. And Serge Ibaka now with 8 points in his Raptor debut to go along with 2 rebounds. DeMar DeRozan popping open and knocks down the 3. He doesn't shoot a lot of them, but he made that one count, and DeRozan now up to 24 on the night. DeRozan an improved playmaker. Oh, it's wet. Looks like the Raptors using that quote-unquote small lineup with Ibaka at the 5-year. Doug, what do you make of it?
Yeah, but that's where you're going to see a lot of that. You've got Tucker can play the 3. You've got Patterson now as a stretch 4, and he can do that. This is a good shooting lineup on the floor right now. It really has helped DeRozan, but it's 53 points now in the last 21 minutes. Now Toronto, they were down 17 with a minute 29 to go in the half, 33-13 since that point in time.
Oh man, DeRozan is lit right now. He gave Olynyk that work. And the Raptors lean by 4 as we approach 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. DeRozan all the way to the bucket. Thomas out front, guarded by Joseph. Tough 3 ball, partially blocked. Boy, Joseph getting the better of Isaiah Thomas that time.
Boy, they've done a nice job really contesting his shots.
DeRozan with his do-it-yourself kick. DeMar with 35. Ibaka with the long 2. And the lead is back to 1.
As DeRozan once again knocks it down, but he's a veteran. He's probably seen it all, and he's running on adrenaline right now, wanting to make a great opening statement here to these fans.
Wow. They go to DeRozan with 5 on the shot clock, launching. Got it! A long 2. Boy, the Raptors guarding Thomas tightly. Thomas still gets to the bucket, missed the layup, rebounded by DeRozan, and he's fouled by Marcus Smart. And a chance of MVP raining down on DeRozan with a career-high 43 as the Raptors will win this 107-97, evening the series at 2 games apiece.
What was that, a 27-point turnaround? They were down 17, win by 10.
Huge.
Just another Toronto-Boston game.
Welcome, everybody. A Sunday evening here in Toronto at the Air Canada Centre. The Raptors welcome in the visiting Portland Trailblazers. Jusuf Nurkic playing in his 3rd game as a Blazer, coming off a 12-12 effort in the win Thursday, come from behind 4th quarter against the Orlando Magic. The Blazers check in 10th best in the West, while Toronto at 34-24 on the year are 4th best over in the East. DeRozan on the wing. He's been quiet here early. Checked by the 6'9" length of Harkless, forces him to the inline. He is so crafty as he maneuvers inside for a bucket. DeRozan spins to the inline, double clutches into the air, contact made, down goes DeRozan on a foul. Do you know he was that good a passer, Nurkic?
I thought so. Remember in the preseason when the Blazers played the Nuggets and I was raving about the guy? It's not like he scored 20 points or anything, but you can watch basketball players run up and down the court a few times, make a few plays, and have an idea of their potential.
Pass gets away. DeRozan the other way, makes the Blazers pay for their 4th turnover. DeRozan circles. Hesitation dribble into the paint, step through, reverse up and in with the right hand. Boy, DeMar DeRozan knows how to negotiate the paint, doesn't he? 6'7", good handle. Raptors by 5. DeRozan with the handle, 3-2 into the lane, gets off the shot to beat the buzzer and laid it in. 7/10 of a second remaining. Blazers just want to get it in bounds, secure it, and a good first quarter in the books for the visiting Portland Trail Blazers. Here comes DeRozan. He's got that look. Hangs Hunt, scores. Little levitation number for DeRozan to pull Toronto to within one. Dame handling, top of the arc, working on Corey Joseph. He'll leap. Ball deflected, and Carroll with the handle. Make that to DeRozan into front court. Checked by Harkless, spins. Fakes, gets inside, laid it in. You can see how he can get 27 average on any given night. He uses the body beautifully. Keep in mind the Raptors getting to know one another. Just Serge Ibaka's second game of the Raptors. On a baseline jumper, he nails it. That was DeRozan looking for him all the way down the floor. Blazers were reeling. Watching as Toronto went on a 21-2 tear, carried over from the second quarter. They seem to have the legs under him, but here's DeRozan knocking down a baseliner. He's got 20, and DeRozan will take over. No reset, 10 to shoot. He's got Vonleh one-on-one. He'll turn, survey, and go to work. That's pretty good defense. What are you going to do, right? 7 seconds. DeRozan double. Get it out of his hands to right. Into the lane, to the glass, lay it up and in. DeRozan. Checked by Lillard. They spread the floor. He wants to go one-on-one from the elbow. DeMar DeRozan. 30 for DeRozan. Boy, DeRozan nearly standing in backcourt. Just at the timeline, he drives. Shot blocked, but a foul. Up the floor, Toronto will secure it, and they get the win. 112-106 final score here in Toronto.
The Knicks with a record of 24-35, flip it for the Raptors, 35-24. And the Knicks take the floor trying to win a second game for the first time since December.
And here's Kyle Lowry. He's wearing suits now for a stretch. They got a couple of opinions on whether or not to have the surgery. And they decided to do it rather than have it become a nagging thing. They still have high hopes in the playoffs. DeRozan's first shot is good. Thomas on DeRozan. Inside, Valanciunas. Nice pass from DeMar DeRozan. As DeRozan drives inside, nice adjustment, and he draws the foul. Anthony, who's been shooting so well, has a couple of really good defenders to deal with tonight. DeMarre Carroll in the starting lineup, and P.J. Tucker coming off the bench. DeRozan finds his spot. He just plays the game at his pace.
Yeah, and he doesn't always settle for threes. He's a throwback mid-range jump shooter, gets to the free throw line, still averages 28 points a game. There are a lot of different ways you can do it in this league.
DeRozan drives across the lane. Nice move. Again, just gets to where he wants to go. Well, they're going to miss his playmaking. They're going to miss his toughness. They're going to miss his three-point shooting at 42%. He takes a lot of threes. He's amongst the leaders in three-pointers made, but it's his right wrist, his shooting wrist. I think, obviously, the doctors know best, but the last thing they needed for him to be bothering for him throughout the regular season and playoffs.
I used to love tennis. Like I said, I can't move anymore, so ping pong's the only type of racket sport I can play.
DeRozan. I had you as a fine badminton player. DeRozan banks it home. Knicks do not have a foul to give. DeRozan just taking his time. Hernangomez looking. DeRozan falling away. High arc shot is good. Boy, he has become such a good shot maker.
Courtney Lee showing off the flashes of D.
He's got 3 steals and that block shot. And DeRozan, this one takes it right to him. 8-point game. Knicks led by as many as 17. DeRozan knocks it down. It's a 3-point game. Knicks have 6 turnovers in this third quarter. We still have over 3.5 remaining. Patterson finds DeRozan. And DeRozan able to connect. Jeff Hornacek again annoyed. The one guy on a play like that you just want to make sure doesn't get the ball does. DeRozan back up top. Ibaka will try a 3 and hits again. Such a new weapon for him the last several years, and he ties the game. DeRozan finds his spot and hits. 27 for DeRozan.
That's too easy.
DeRozan gets free again, fakes, and Courtney Lee goes for the fake. He's played such good defense tonight. Connects on all 3. Knicks down 2. Again, they go at DeRozan. Joseph to Ibaka. 5 to shoot. Back to Joseph. DeRozan. Long 3-pointers up and good. DeMar DeRozan from about 30 feet out. And Toronto back up by 2. Rose drives. Layup. It's good. Tie game. DeRozan inside, banks it home. What a performance from DeMar DeRozan. And he scores so quickly. Now the Raptors have a 2-for-1. And DeRozan himself for the game now has 35. Anthony has an excellent defender on him in Tucker. They go right to his spot. Single coverage with Tucker. Anthony backs in. Tucker pokes it away. Anthony gets it back. Still plenty of time. Tucker. Anthony pulls up. Won't go. Rebound knocked loose. Back out to Anthony. Cross court Lee. Lee for three. Bang! Courtney Lee from downtown. And the Knicks take a 1-point lead. You know who the Raptors want to get the ball to. It's DeRozan. Lance Thomas is on DeRozan. Again, the Knicks have a foul to give. They try and deny. Into the hands of Joseph. Back to DeRozan. Derrick Rose is on him. DeRozan backs in. Falling away. Jumpers up and good. With 1.9 remaining. What a brilliant fourth quarter performance from DeMar DeRozan. And now the Knicks will try and win it again on the final possession. So using the screens, Lance Thomas loses him. You almost wish Thomas would have kept going and stayed on him. That's just a great shot from a great player. Now the Knicks with 1.9 to go. They have still a couple of timeouts, so if they have trouble getting it in. Thomas has it. Anthony puts it up for the win. You hear the crowd moaning. Another crushing defeat for the Knicks. What a great look for Carmelo Anthony, and it wouldn't go down. A chance for the game winner. And the Raptors, led by the brilliance of DeMar DeRozan, get the victory on the road.
Chilly Friday night as we get the weekend started downtown at Verizon Center, where CSN brings you Wizards basketball. Every game oh so important now as playoff positioning continues. Tonight, third place in the East at stake in the second of a home-and-home against DeMar DeRozan and the 36-25 Toronto Raptors. Wall kicks it out. Markieff Morris for three, rimmed it out. Prior to their loss to the Wizards, the Raptors had won 4 straight games. DeMar Carroll, who was rather quiet the other night in their victory, gets 2. DeRozan gets it right back after Wall made 1 of 2. The other night we saw Norman Powell come in and the Wizards had absolutely no answer for him.
Yeah, he was amazing.
Yeah, we'll see what happens when he comes back in. Talk about amazing. That's DeMar DeRozan in his 8th year from USC.
Yeah, his version of a step-back jumper, but you saw how much distance he was able to create between he and his defender.
Of course, the Wizards had a mishmash of players in down the stretch, and the 9-point victory didn't really indicate how badly Washington won the game.
Not many of those coming from DeMar DeRozan, a rare 3 for him.
At the beginning of that first half, when Toronto started to take the lead, they were the aggressor on defense. And as I mentioned, limiting Washington to 32% shooting. So the Wizards have to do a better job, but Joseph gets a wide open jumper. Ibaka down low. Way out, it's DeRozan. Oh, he hit it! DeRozan makes a move for the short jumper. That is good. He is an all-star in every sense of the word. Jennings stays in. Tough fadeaway, has it put back right at him. Oh, what a move. Tied at 81. DeRozan. Fadeaway jumper. All-star. DeRozan with a short jumper. He is smooth as silk.
Yep. All he needs is a little bit of an edge. Those picks get him free and get him into position.
Wall bumped, drives, flips it up and missed it. No call. He goes to the floor. Well, he having a hard time buying a hoop as Joseph knocks it down. DeRozan. What a shot! He is just unstoppable.
You have got to try to do something to get him a little bit more off balance. He's just sizing the defenders up when you see him with a couple of those free bounces.
Powell He has destroyed Washington in the last 2 games. Prior to this season, the Wizards were projected to win 45 games with a 70% chance of making the playoffs. They've got 9 games to go to get to 45, 9 wins, I should say. Here's Ibaka inside with 31 seconds to play. DeRozan, backbreaker. How good is DeMar DeRozan? He is exceptional. Wall takes the shot, misses, and that's it. 114 to 106 as the Raptors win the rubber match between these 2 teams, and the Wizards fall to 36-24 on the year, 25-9 at home. Toronto improves to 37-25 and 16-14 on the road.
The Hawks take the floor here at Phillips Arena in downtown Atlanta, and a very big game on the horizon. The Toronto Raptors are in town. This is their only regular season visit. And as we mentioned, playoff implications abound as you take a look at the Eastern Conference and the way they shape up. Toronto currently in 4th, and they've got a 3-game lead on the Hawks in the loss column. A win tonight puts that at 4, and Toronto would own the tiebreaker. So there's a lot on the line for the Hawks if they want to break into that top 4.
Bazemore draws the initial defensive assignment on DeMar DeRozan, and Serge Ibaka nails a 3. Since he's become a Raptor, Ibaka shooting 46% from 3-point range.
Well, that's the advantage of having a big guy who can shoot the long ball, but also a big guy who can play defense, block shots.
DeRozan. Corey Joseph, his first shot of the game. Moving over to the starting lineup with the injured Kyle Lowry. Veteran backup from Texas, Corey Joseph. Fumble by Dennis. Joseph takes it away, comes to the other end. Looks for DeRozan.
And that's what he does so well. So many ways to score the ball.
DeRozan for the Raptors. Jumps it back to Valanciunas. Open look.
Well, they're doing a good job of keying on DeRozan. DeRozan doing the right thing, finding the open guy.
DeRozan tells Patterson to get the screen. He's up on Bays one-on-one, drives into the lane, and lays it in.
Well, you know what? You got to be off of DeRozan. You can't be connected to him. He's too good off the dribble. So you give yourself a little space.
Murray has Schroeder. Millsap screens for his friend, and he lays it off. No good.
Man, all the way to the rack. Nice drive by Dennis before he couldn't get it to stay.
Here comes DeRozan, head of steam driving, flicks and scores. DeRozan now with 9. Raptors lead it by 1. DeRozan has really found it going rough the last couple of games. His team's figuring out how to play Toronto without Kyle Lowry. DeRozan, though, starting to score here in the second. DeRozan floats it home. 57-55. DeRozan.
Again, he finds a way to put the ball in the hole.
Under by DeRozan.
Well, here's a young man who loves physical contact, so he'll create that contact to get a better shot. He's only one of the best players on the floor. You got to know where Paul Millsap's at, but there's DeMar DeRozan hitting a 3.
DeRozan finds his way toward the paint again. Bangs home another one.
Oh, he's starting to get going here now. Now you're going to have to send another guy at him to get the ball out of his hands.
THJ surveys, waits, Millsap denied, and taken away. DeRozan coming at you. Flips with the left hand, good. What a skilled scorer he is around the basket.
Yes, he is.
24 points for DeMar DeRozan. Ibaka for 3. Banked it in.
No, come on. He didn't even call that either.
Hawks turn it over. DeRozan's going to go in and lay it in. And this is now a 6-point ball game.
You bail yourself out, you know, when you take tough shots. And the Hawks, you got to give them credit. Their defense has been unbelievable.
DeRozan banks it home. 98-92.
They don't have to foul if they can get a steal.
And the game ends. The Hawks win and take the season series.
Newest member of the 30,000-point club, future Hall of Famer Dirk Nowitzki makes his first appearance in quite some time in Toronto tonight. DeMar DeRozan and the Raptors, losers of 2 straight, back home, and tonight they are looking for a power surge. And the floater is good. DeRozan. Jumper, and it's good.
A good screen that time by Valanciunas. Really cleaned up some space and allowed DeRozan to get an open look. You give them open shots, shame on your defense, because they're going to bury you. They're going to drill those shots. And the Raptors need that consistency from guys that are being left open. They got to make them.
Turnover. Out on the run. DeLon up top. DeRozan. And DeMar DeRozan in double digits. Great start. 10 points for DeMar.
DeRozan has Powell guarding him in this situation. Going to shoot the fadeaway and hit it. Late clock. Nailed it.
When he retires and goes back to the court, as an older guy, he's going to be shooting that little pull-up jump shot right there.
Corey Joseph, catch and shoot. Biggest lead of the game for either team. The Raptors sit in front now by 6. Here's Seth Curry. Get excited when you see open looks. A 43% three-point shooter.
Yeah, he's been quiet though lately.
Norman Powell has not been quiet tonight though. Powell getting you on the inside and the outside. He's 4 for 4, 10 points for the Raptors. Number 10 checking number 10. DeRozan comes out on top that time.
Not a lot you can do about that one. That's pretty good defense. Hand up.
Raptors shooting 48% for the game. Valanciunas stumbling as he passes to the corner. DeRozan hits a rare three-pointer. Three-point play by Barnes answers the three-point basket by DeRozan. Now a baseline fadeaway. He's getting hot.
Yeah, he is.
Pick and roll, and DeRozan will take matters into his own hands. Hammers it home. 7-0 Toronto. We're on timeout, Dallas. DeRozan with the ball in his hands. A jump shot off the screen, off the roll by Valanciunas, and it will fall in. Ibaka in the paint. Now to the perimeter. Toronto moving the ball. DeRozan is back in. His step back against Brusino.
They got Brusino.
Yep.
Against the step back that time.
They got a slice though because the Raptors got 100 tonight and they beat the Mavs by 22.
A beautiful day in Southern Ontario that included many signs of spring. It's the Pacers and the Raptors, and with the playoffs around the corner, that is a sure sign of spring as well. The Toronto Raptors continue to jockey for position. The Indiana Pacers continue to try to play their way in. As it stands now, these two teams could end up playing each other depending how things unfold.
DeRozan knocks it down. Marcus Morris and the Detroit Pistons the other night did a great job against DeMar DeRozan. They forced him to involve a lot of other people, and to his credit, he played strong at both ends.
Great job of DeMar moving and catching that ball on the move, and that's the way to play against Paul George. We saw that in the playoffs.
DeRozan finds Serge, a little catch and shoot.
That's a good look right
What a great start for Ibaka. He's got 10 points already. There's DeRozan carving his way through the defense. Raptors lead by 9. Patterson, great defense there. DeRozan now driving, kicks. Tucker, the three, and it's good. He is 4 for his last 8 from 3. They're now saying it's a 2. Corner 3, and it's good. And it's DeMar DeRozan from Montreal.
How about the big fella?
DeRozan behind the back. And George felt like he was hit in the face.
Yeah, a little contact on when he stopped the dribble, and he stopped playing, and DeMar kept going.
We're talking about how more than likely a low-scoring game based upon the fact that both teams have played great defense.
So much for that expert analysis on our part.
So much for that. Valanciunas, a season-best 26 double-double as DeRozan connects.
And you know, with a player like Paul George on the other side, the Indiana Pacers can get back into this game quickly, and that's where the Raptors cannot lose any of the intensity that they played within that first half.
DeRozan's got 18.
DeRozan backing in on Teague, spins away, sidestep, Ibaka up fake. DeMar out of the wing. Here's a corner three, and it's good from Sidney Mines.
And, of course, Popeye.
Yeah, Popeye Jones there.
Great to see a former Raptor. Great offensive rebounder. Man, could that guy get after that ball.
And the father is Seth Jones, who plays for the Columbus Blue Jackets. And the bucket is good. And Caleb Jones, his son, part of Team USA World Junior Team. And a fourth-round selection, as you well know, the Edmonton Oilers currently playing for the Portland Winterhawks, I believe. And touched on the rim. Are they going to? Yep, they're going to count it. Raptors have won every quarter. Coming up, they have Chicago. Then they head back on the road. Tough-minded Miami team. Chicago's always tough. The crowd appreciative of this effort here on this Sunday night as the Toronto Raptors are going to come away with a victory against the Indiana Pacers.
Tonight, the Bulls play north of the border in Canada. The Raptors provide the opposition, trying to snap an 11-game losing streak to the Bulls. Bulls and Raptors in an Eastern Conference showdown.
10-4. DeRozan along the baseline, back inside and scores.
Nice move, and that's something the Bulls are going to have to take away because he is deadly when it comes to points in the paint. He shoots 56% in the paint.
We just ignore Valanciunas. That jumper good from Ibaka out on the right wing, angled that way. Joseph, corner, P.J. Tucker, that won't fall. Rebound to Toronto. DeRozan, pump fake. And then Ibaka, and he pours in a three. And a timeout for Hoiberg.
Got to be strong with the basketball. Bulls had that rebound, got it knocked away, led to a Toronto basket. A tough shot by the all-star DeRozan.
DeRozan. You give him that much room. DeRozan, drive, shot, good again.
See, we talked about that in the open. You've got to keep DeMar DeRozan out of the paint. He shoots 56% in the paint.
DeRozan off the screen. Jumper, perfect.
He got a big-time screen by Portal that time. And again, the Bulls' big guys have to step up, and they've got to communicate to the guards who are guarding these guys, because if you don't see the screen, you're going to get your head separated from your body.
Ibaka fires and scores. I was trying to say we were back to that one-on-one with DeRozan, but that time he gave it up. In the post, Zipser a drive and whipped out to Rondo. Crank back to Butler. Fan back to Zipser, firing short. Rebound, Valanciunas. They cut the lead down to 9. DeRozan to his right, down through traffic. Pitch to the corner. Shot good. And the lead is down to 6. We talked about it the other night as DeRozan gets inside. We talked about it the other night. You could make the case that Rondo's been the Bulls' best player over the last 2 weeks or 2+ weeks. DeRozan back out. He got it away and hit it.
He's 26% from that distance.
Zipser throws one, that won't count. So, 59-54, back to within 5. Come the Raptors battling. DeRozan missed it, but will get to the free throw line. Foul by Zipser. DeRozan.
I keep Jimmy on him as much as possible. When Jimmy's on him, he doesn't look to drive as much.
DeRozan, this time with Butler on him, drives, hangs, and scores off the glass.
Not just let Jimmy play him one-on-one, play him straight up, and just try to take him away from their offense.
And DeRozan continuing his assault.
He's going to take a lot of shots.
25, he's going to have to if they want to get back in the game. DeRozan got it, and a foul.
This is where you got to be really careful if you're the Bulls, because now there's some motivation with Toronto. Now you can get them turned up and get their attitude differently now, and DeRozan's going to have to carry him the rest of the way.
Butler short with that.
And see, I would like to see Felicio stay away when Jimmy was in the post. He just brought an extra defender over there.
There's DeRozan again with a little hesitation at the end of that drive. And he'll get to the free throw line to shoot a free throw and try for a three-point play. Jimmy gambled. DeRozan blows in, and he lost a handle on it.
Bulls got numbers that they wanted.
DeRozan still down at the other end.
You got to look out behind you.
And he stole it right back.
Yeah, you had to know that. It was 5 against 4. Bulls had numbers. A little nonchalant with the ball.
DeRozan cranked to the corner, and that's good by P.J. Tucker. 109-98. Laverne, nope.
And a big possession right here, Toronto.
And there's DeRozan, he scores. Another layup. 109-100. Rondo, a drive, blocked. And here comes Toronto again. DeRozan, fan to the corner. P.J. Tucker, good.
Bucket, 11-3 run right now by the Raptors.
109-103, timeout, Fred Hoiberg. Butler to LeBron, and it's blocked. And out of bounds, and it goes to Toronto.
I'll tell you what, another big defensive play.
And now DeRozan fires and scores. He got the mismatch he wanted.
Yep, got the switch.
113-111, and under a minute to play. Here's DeRozan, the drive. He scores.
You got to be kidding me.
Right on in.
You got to be kidding me.
For the lead. He missed it. And the Bulls have it. I mean, that wasn't even close. Butler turns, goes to the baseline. The step back is no good. And the rebound to Toronto. They've got time. They dump it back to DeRozan.
And they're in the penalty.
DeRozan hangs, fires, nope. And we go to overtime. We got a good look.
I'll tell you what, a couple of bad shots for 2 All-Stars.
Yeah. DeRozan fires, scores that time.
Well, they're going to ride their All-Star the rest of the way.
Tied at 115. Flipped to DeRozan with Rondo on him. Turns, fires, scores.
That's a tough shot. That's a tough shot.
Finally, Toronto with a lead. And here is DeRozan, who has got 41 in the game. DeRozan back outside, moved along, pump fake, jumper, splash.
You see the difference right there? He let the defender go by him. He dribbled in, got himself a little separation, and pulled up for the bucket.
122 to 120 in overtime as Toronto snaps an 11-game losing streak to the Bulls, coming from 16 back to do it as Jimmy Butler and DeRozan, the 2 stars of their respective teams, came together to show a little respect. And well-deserved. Butler with 37, DeRozan with 42 will be back.
Tonight, the Bulls play north of the border in Canada. The Raptors provide the opposition, trying to snap an 11-game losing streak to the Bulls. Bulls and Raptors in an Eastern Conference showdown.
And the Bulls with the first possession. Butler, a jumper, and scores.
Right off the box, jump shot. You got DeMar DeRozan on him. He's supposed to be arguably their best defender, wing defender.
Rondo, deep right corner.
Buckets. And that's where he's really playing well and shooting the ball well from that short corner. He's 2 of 2 from the three-point line.
DeRozan along the baseline, back inside and scores.
Nice move, and that's something the Bulls are going to have to take away because he is deadly when it comes to points in the paint. He shoots 56% in the paint.
Butler all the way in.
Oh, got him a Euro step here in Toronto. Nice move by JB. Oh, nice crossover.
Jimmy runs in, back to Lopez. Down the lane, got it up and good.
I'll tell you what,
Robin is really efficient.
Listen, his numbers have gone up since the Taj Gibson trade. I mean, he was averaging 9.4 points a game. When Taj is here, his numbers are up to 13 and a half. Tough shot by the all-star DeRozan.
DeRozan. You give him that much room. DeRozan, drive, shot, good again.
You see, we talked about that in the open. You got to keep DeMar DeRozan out of the paint. He shoots 56% in the paint.
DeRozan off the screen, jumper, perfect.
We got a big-time screen by Portal that time. And again, the Bulls' big guys have to step up, and they've got to communicate to the guards who are guarding these guys, because if you don't see the screen, you're going to get your head separated from your body.
Lopez handed back to Rondo. Threaded baseline. Butler a turnaround.
Good move without the basketball that time.
Back to Lopez. To Jimmy underneath. Back out. Rondo hops one up and pours it in.
I tell you what, they can't afford to keep leaving Rondo. He's showing he's knocked down his shot consistently now.
We talked about it the other night as DeRozan gets inside. We talked about it the other night. You could make the case that Rondo's been the Bulls' best player over the last 2 weeks or 2+ weeks. DeRozan back out. He got it away and hit it.
He's 26% from that distance.
Zipser throws one that won't count. So 59-54, back to within 5. Come the Raptors battling. Butler fires the jumper and scores.
That's a good rhythm shot too by Jimmy.
Butler running into Zipser. Mirotic lines it up and missed it, tipped in by Butler.
They didn't box Jimmy out that time.
Butler, corner, Mirotic, bottom of the net is all.
Tough shot too. The pocket game closed out.
DeRozan.
I keep Jimmy on him as much as possible. When Jimmy's on him, he doesn't look to drive as much.
DeRozan this time with Butler on him. Drives, hangs, and scores off the glass.
Not just let Jimmy play him one-on-one, play him straight up, and just try to take him away from their offense.
And DeRozan continuing his assault.
He's going to take a lot of shots.
25, he's going to have to if they want to get back in the game. Now Joseph fires one and misses. And here comes Rondo right on in. Back to Nico. Mirotic dropped it, fumbled it, picked it up. Loose. Back out to Butler for 3. The home run is good.
Good hustle by Nico.
And now Lopez and Ibaka start to Lopez. There are a couple of punches thrown. Well, I'll tell you what, I think Robin got the best of that.
Yeah, there were some punches thrown. Boy, Robin Lopez and Serge Ibaka. Okay, everybody needs to get back. Calm down. No time to get people ejected.
DeRozan got it and a foul.
This is where you got to be really careful if you're the Bulls, because now there's some motivation with Toronto. Now you can get them turned up and get their attitude differently now. And DeRozan's going to have to carry him the rest of the way.
Back to DeRozan. Backs in. DeRozan up, blocked by Butler.
Good defense.
And taken away by the Bulls. Butler short with that.
And see, I would like to see Felicio stay away when Jimmy was in the post. He just brought an extra defender over there.
There's DeRozan again with a little hesitation at the end of that drive. And he'll get to the free throw line to shoot a free throw and try for a three-point play. And Butler from outside and knocked it in.
He looked for the foul that time. That was a tough shot by JB.
Jimmy gambled. DeRozan blows in, and he lost a handle on it.
Bulls got numbers that they wanted.
DeRozan's still down at the other end.
You got to look out behind you.
And he stole it right back.
Yeah, you had to know that. It was 5 against 4. Bulls had numbers. Little nonchalant with the ball.
DeRozan cranked to the corner, and that's good by P.J. Tucker. 109-98. Laverne, nope.
A big possession right here at Toronto.
And there's DeRozan, he scores. Another layup. 109-100. Rondo, a drive, blocked. And here comes Toronto again. DeRozan, fan to the corner. P.J. Tucker, good.
Bucket, 11-3 run right now by the Raptors.
109-103, timeout Fred Hoiberg. Butler to Laverne, and it's blocked. And out out of bounds, and it goes to Toronto.
I'll tell you what, another big defensive play.
Jimmy against P.J. Tucker. To his right, fires the jumper, scores. Bulls lead. And this crowd in Toronto has seen the Butler act before. Van Fleet had to go a ton in the air for that. Van Fleet, the drive, threw it away. Butler's on the run, stepping in and scores.
Well, he came out of nowhere and got that steal.
And now DeRozan fires and scores. He got the mismatch he wanted.
Yep, got the switch.
113, 111, and under a minute to play. Here's DeRozan, the drive. He scores.
You got to be kidding me.
Right on in.
You got to be kidding me.
For the lead. He missed it. And the Bulls have it. I mean, that wasn't even close. Butler turns, goes to the baseline. The step back is no good. And the rebound to Toronto. They've got time. They dump it back to DeRozan.
And they're in the penalty.
DeRozan hangs, fires, nope. And we go to overtime. We got a good look.
I'll tell you what, a couple of bad shots for two All-Stars.
Yeah, Butler at the top of the circle. Comes left with a hard drive, right on in and scores.
And that's what I wanted to see him do in regulation.
DeRozan, the drive, knocked away by Jimmy and out of bounds. That goes to the Bulls.
Good defense by JB that time.
DeRozan fires, scores that time.
Well, they're going to ride their All-Star the rest of the way.
Tied at 115. Flipped to DeRozan with Rondo on it. Turns, fires, scores.
That's a tough shot. That's a tough shot.
Finally, Toronto with a lead. And here is DeRozan, who has got 41 in the game. DeRozan back outside, moved along, pump fake, jumper, splash.
You see the difference right there? He let the defender go by him. He dribbled in, got himself a little separation, and pulled up for the bucket.
Got it ahead to Jimmy. Butler, fadeaway jumper is good. 122 to 120 in overtime as Toronto snaps an 11-game losing streak to the Bulls, coming from 16 back to do it as Jimmy Butler and DeRozan, the two stars of their respective teams, came together to show a little respect.
Like each 5-game homestand concludes tonight, and with just 11 games remaining in the regular season, Miami hopes to continue their march towards the NBA playoffs. The next step, the third of 4 games against Toronto. These two teams that went 7 games in the second round a year ago, both have won at home this year against each other. We hope you enjoy every bounce and basket of tonight's game right along with us.
Rodney McGruder, he's best perimeter defender, all over DeRozan, and he fouled him.
Yeah, it looked like he got him on the elbow.
First Heat foul of the game, first foul period. And here is the 6'7" star out of USC, DeMar DeRozan. We call him the Prince of Midrange. Very rarely takes a three, but has 27 points per game. His career best. He's the number 5 scorer in the NBA this year.
One of those rare high scorers that doesn't shoot the three well.
Dragic on the drive, back into the paint, misses. Whiteside brings down his 4th rebound. Look at him play. That time the rebound to DeRozan. Got to expect some shooting adjustments for Whiteside as DeRozan draws the foul and finishes.
Yeah, he's very good going downhill in the open court.
DeRozan turning on Magruder, and with Whiteside not home, an easy score for DeMar DeRozan. Well, the Heat have started sharply, trying to get to 500 on the season.
Well, we talked about the Heat in the open court.
DeMar DeRozan 42 on Tuesday, and picking up right where he left off. He has their last 10 points. Johnson guarding DeRozan, who is now 5 for 5. He has 12 consecutive points for Toronto.
That was a tough shot.
Reed on the catch. Excellent defense by Norman Powell. Got him from behind.
Got all ball.
6'7" DeRozan trying to go behind his back. Could not maneuver past Dragic. Tries again and makes a very tough mid-range shot. So 14 for DeRozan. 6 of 7 from the field. DeRozan over Whiteside. Talk about a sense of where you are. He could not have possibly seen the basket with Whiteside hovering over him. DeRozan underneath gets the two-pack on James Johnson. He has 22 here in the first half. He had 22 second-half points against Miami in the November 4th matchup in Toronto. DeRozan couldn't get that shot off. Joseph does from 3 and hit it. 40th triple this year for Corey Joseph. Cuts the Heat lead to 1. DeRozan. And DeRozan lands hard. He was fouled. Will head to the stripe for his 8th and 9th free throws of the first half. DeRozan shoots the mid-range jumper with perfection. He has 26 points now. Tell you one interesting note. The Raptors on 17 field goals only have 5 assists. The Heat with 13 assists on their 16th first half score.
It's DeRozan going one-on-one on the guy guarding.
Babbitt fouled DeRozan.
Boy, again, overextending, trying to stop a hot player. Coach Delagrana said during that halftime interview, you got to defend him without fouling.
Eric and Tony, back to you.
Beautiful shot by DeRozan. Thank you, Jax. DeMar DeRozan with 30 points in the game. Tony, I don't think Whiteside plays in a game like this. Earlier in his career, he has matured in a very team-oriented way this season for Miami.
And I agree with you. And you mentioned earlier it was Jay Sable who gave him that little bandage to wear.
32 points now for DeRozan, an 11 for 16 shooting. DeRozan with Richardson on his hip. That wasn't good enough. DeMar DeRozan with 10 in the quarter, 34 for the game. 12 of 18 shooting for DeRozan. The number 5 scorer in the NBA, averaging 27 points a game. Only in his 42-point game Tuesday against Chicago, he also had 8 assists and 7 rebounds. So he's doing whatever his team needs him to do.
Oh, man, Jay Rich all over him. You know, the Heat were hoping to wear him down, Eric. I think he's wearing down whomever's guarding him.
DeRozan turning, firing, and drawing the foul on Richardson. Now DeRozan will get his 12th and 13th free throws of the game. They had scored 100 points or more in 16 straight games at home.
A lot of it was a Raptors defense, Eric, but he was missing point-blank shots that they usually make.
DeRozan with a rebound. DeRozan with the putback. DeRozan, for the first time in his career, back-to-back games reaching 40 points. Got to give Toronto nothing but credit and respect as Tucker triples. Clock counting down, a meaningful win for the Raptors and a setback for Miami that leaves them now just a game in front of both the Bulls and the Pistons for the number 8 spot. Miami will fall a game and a half behind both the Pacers and Bucks, who both play tomorrow night. A great win for the Raptors.
Beautiful Monday night in Ontario. Welcome to Toronto. Tonight, the Orlando Magic come searching for a victory against one of the top 4 teams in the Eastern Conference. From Air Canada Centre, it's the Magic and the Toronto Raptors. Slithery move by DeMar DeRozan. Nice move again by DeRozan. Joseph filling in admirably at the point guard position for Toronto in the absence of Lowry. That's DeRozan for 3. Doesn't take a lot of threes and only makes 26%. DeRozan now with 9. DeRozan, and we're tied at 22. DeRozan on the drive, and that'll be personal foul number 2 on T. Ross. Hezonja now on DeRozan. Mario stayed down, didn't commit the foul, but DeRozan's so good. He is an amazing offensive player. Meeks had it deflected. Delon Wright got a hand on it. Wright's going to be the beneficiary at the other end. Gordon now on DeRozan. Count the basket and a foul on Aaron. Make it 18 in the first quarter. Here's the guy that broke it open for them, Norman Powell. DeRozan has made 1 3 tonight. Make it, no, that's a 2. His foot on the line. He's kind of laughing at himself for not finding that 3-point line. Long throw ahead to Ross. He shows Ibaka missed the shot. Rebound Valanciunas, and now Tucker.
DeRozan. Vucevic went one way, DeRozan went to the basket.
I think Valanciunas made a great defensive play. I think he blocked that shot by Ross.
Magic three-point shooting. Not good tonight again. And DeMar DeRozan answers with a 2.
That guy with a full head of steam there, just kind of weaving through the Magic defense, getting to his comfort spot.
DeRozan, foul line jumper of beauty. Fournier picks up the 3-time All-Star.
So good. I'm not sure there's anybody better in the mid-range in our league than that guy.
Corey Joseph for 3. Their three-point shooting has just been sensational. Not sure what more Aaron Gordon could do.
About the footwork by DeRozan there on that little escape.
And that's the end of the game. Toronto wins it. Their 6th straight victory. The Raptors are now 45-29 on the NBA season. The Magic fall to 27-47.
They wanted more flow and pace to the game, but that necessarily has not translated, although Paul George is one of the great players in the NBA out of Fresno State. And a foul is going to be charged to Thaddeus Young.
I just cannot believe players consistently leave their feet on that. You're not. How many times does DeMar DeRozan get a shot block? Just stay down, get a hand up, make it difficult. You don't need to leave your feet and pick up silly fouls.
Carroll, DeRozan, it's a long 2, and it counts. And the Raptors have responded on a 5-0 run coming out of the timeout by Dwayne Casey.
DeRozan. By DeRozan. You know what the Raptors have done without Kyle Lowry. You know, he is an integral part of everything they have done here, and to have a record the way they do is a testament to Dwayne Casey and this roster that they could compensate and find a way to continue to win games without him being on the floor.
I don't know that you're going to be able to be in position to do that because you want DeRozan and Serge Ibaka and P.J. Tucker playing with Kyle Lowry as Valanciunas is able to drill it. And it's a 6-point game. Monte Ellis has it taken away by DeRozan. Here comes DeMar. Numbers. Carroll, they need this corner 3. He's 0-3 from 3-point range. DeRozan gives it back to Carroll, and he makes it from Caledon. Tucker's intensity and what he provides defensively, that mentality certainly has been a great addition to this team.
Yeah, and he's also a player that you can play as a starter or coming in off the bench, and that's a luxury.
Valanciunas, Lithuanian Lightning right down the lane. Oh, the bank shot by DeRozan doesn't get the call, and the official gets the scowl. DeRozan is really on a tear here. He's got 14 of the Raptors' 25. Oh, nice step through. How sweet was that move? That's old school.
Yeah, good call there. You got Corey Joseph setting up the screen, forcing the switch, putting DeMar DeRozan on Teague where he can use his size. We have seen games this season like that game. DeMar DeRozan. What was that, Matty?
A corner 3. And it's an 8-0 run. Here's DeMar once again. Monte Ellis passes out of the double. Extra pass. Here you go. DeRozan. Got it. DeMar DeRozan in the paint.
That's a
DeRozan just determined. He's got 29 now. 1 point shy of tying Vince. Valanciunas sticks it. He's got another double-double. Averaging a double-double over the last 2. DeMar. And he's back at the line where he's 11 for 12. 30 points for DeMar DeRozan. He is tied with Vince Carter for the most 30-point games in a Raptors season. Congratulations to the Compton kid. DeRozan fires away, and the Raptors are rolling. Here's DeRozan with Teague on him. Turner's right in his sights. Shake, shimmy, bucket, and book it. 34 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 dimes.
Corey
with a clock at 4. Surge doesn't take it. DeRozan will. Splash! DeMar DeRozan, bucket and book it.
DeMar, 7th time this season you've gone for 40 or more, especially with Kyle out. How are you still finding your spots and your shots within the offense?
My teammate helping me out. You know, they're taking the pressure off me. They hit big shots, and that's leaving open lanes for me to be aggressive. You know, I'm just being aggressive.
Speaking of your teammates, Jonas Valanciunas tonight in the 3rd quarter, 12 points, 13 rebounds in the quarter alone. Are we seeing Jonas playing some of the better basketball of his career over the last few weeks, especially on both ends of the floor?
It's been big. You know, it's coming at the right time, and I definitely think so. You know, hopefully everything carry over for us in the postseason.
DeMar, tonight you tied Vince Carter as well for the most 30-point games in a season with your 30th. Seems like you just are climbing the record books and either tying or surpassing VC in a lot of these categories.
Every record I have is an honor. You know, it's big. You know, I don't believe it. You know, I go home and think about it, still don't believe it. You know, so it's great. Maybe after I finish playing, I'll look back at it and, you know, be amazed.
Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
They're going to run the same play. See, can they get a pick and roll and get a switch? And they got through it.
He went right around him, leaves it off for Allen, who fumbled it. He was short. Never lofted that above the rim.
He has very little lift, the explosion, and it definitely called Paul went for it. He was thinking that he was going to be protected, but going to the screen, and nobody protected him going away from it.
There he goes down as DeRozan scores. DeRozan turns and scores.
Chris, he turned in the air. I mean, that's a tough shot.
Tied at 61, inside 4 to play, 3rd quarter. DeRozan, 2 more. A 2-point Toronto lead at 63-61. And DeRozan, 2 more. He's taken over this 3rd quarter. And DeRozan again. And a timeout taken by Nate McMillan. DeRozan attacking Stevenson. And hits another jumper. 19 now for DeMar DeRozan. And now George tees up another 3. Oh, George!
You can see that when he was raising, he could feel that one.
We saw Paul George and LeBron James put on a show on Sunday. Tonight it's George and DeRozan as DeRozan flushes it down the lane.
Well, Pirtle comes out and sets the pick. That's your center.
DeRozan has it blocked with a foul. Pacers got hung up out there in what they were trying to do against DeRozan.
The interesting thing is, as I watch Toronto now, they've really slowed their pace down, Chris.
DeRozan, it falls in. A tremendous victory tonight for the Indiana Pacers, who were down 19 in the first half. They're going to win by 18, a 37-point turnaround as the Pacers win it 108-90.
Now only 4 games remain in the regular season, and the Miami Heat still looking to win their way into the 2017 NBA playoffs. So on we go to the next big game. It's tonight in Toronto. 4th and final matchup between the Heat and the playoff-bound Raptors, who are back at full strength. We hope you're ready. We know you'll enjoy every bouncing basket right along with us. Raptors with just 3 points. Actually, at 10-6, it's a 4-point lead. Oh, nice play by DeRozan. A reverse scoop for his first score. Richardson on DeRozan. Nice dribble drive for DeMar DeRozan. 2 scores in a row. DeRozan's turnaround. Bottoms up. And he has 6. And the Raptors trail Miami by 1.
He likes to turn over that right shoulder when he's got his back to the basket on the defender.
And here comes DeRozan with the Raptors down by 1. Toronto has their first lead of the game. 8 points for DeRozan. Minute 5 left, first quarter. Valanciunas hits the screen for DeRozan. That's a layup for him.
That's what he loves right there, that mid-range J. Maybe the best in the league at that shot.
DeRozan with 4 on the shot clock. Oh, he's tough. He is so good. 14 for DeRozan. He is carrying the Raptors right now, as he has for most of the season. 6 on the shot clock. DeRozan going up. Got fouled as well. But DeMar DeRozan will go to the free throw line, looking for his 19th point. 19 points already for DeRozan. This is DeLon Wright, Darrell's younger brother, the 6'5" guard out of the University of Utah. He has had 2 very good games against the Heat this year. Oh, a rare 3 for DeMar DeRozan. Oh, it's a long 2. A long 2 for DeRozan. Good screen by Ibaka. DeRozan with a soft touch. He is really special. DeMar DeRozan with 23 first-half points. DeRozan over your head and got the putback.
Was he able to do that? He didn't touch anybody.
DeMar DeRozan with a 25-point first half. DeRozan on the spin by himself. He rolls it home. 27 for DeMar DeRozan. That's good. DeMar DeRozan again. He has 29. This is DeRozan off the spin. Oh my, how did he do that? 32 for DeRozan, a 6-point lead for Toronto, and a timeout for the Heat. DeRozan. Well, the Heat did almost everything they could. They battled back from 16 down in the second half. They had the game tied at 82 with 4.5 minutes to play. The bank 3 by Tyler Johnson cut the deficit to 2, but time runs out on the Heat.
The New York Knicks are presented by Chase, and now there are 2 regular season games to go. Today it is the New York Knicks and the Toronto Raptors who are still interested in where they're going to finish. Right now they're 3rd in the Eastern Conference. It is Junior Knicks Kids Day, and as you would expect in a matinee game, we have a lot of young faces, many of them wearing blue and orange, and that is the tunnel of hope that they will welcome the Knicks to the floor with today, as we do.
Shot clock is winding down. It's at 3. Here's DeRozan over Endor, who is whistled for the foul.
And a foolish one. Clock winding down, trying to beat the clock. Endor bails him out, so DeRozan at the line for 2.
Knicks off to a good start. 5 of 8 from the field. DeRozan at the other end. Here's Lee, puts it up over Lowry. Patterson battling for the rebound. Patrick Patterson in his 7th season out of Kentucky.
Yeah, they waited for Patterson to get his game together. He never did. Nice manipulation by DeRozan, slicing and dicing a couple of Knicks.
I caught up with Billy a couple days ago, and he told me it's just as easy for him to finish around the rim with his right hand or his left hand. Why? When he was growing up, he and his brother Juan, who plays in Denver, both had to practice that way. His parents made him practice that way every single day. So he tells me that either way, right or left, doesn't matter to him, but gives him a lot of versatility, guys.
DeRozan with 10 points for Toronto. Harden Gomez leading the Knicks with 11. Off a couple of fakes. Here is DeRozan once again. Here's Holiday for Harden Gomez. Oh, the return for Holiday.
So Billy showing his full repertoire. Dish that time to Holiday.
His 2nd assist to go along with 11 points and 3 rebounds as DeRozan puts it up. It's good, and the foul. He knew he was fouled, so he threw it up, and an opportunity for a 3-point play. 8-point lead for the Knicks. Here is Blks from downtown. Tucker the rebound. Here comes DeRozan back in the game. And back on the score sheet.
Yeah, money in the bank for DeRozan.
17, he's 6 of 7 from the field. Randall looking to dish off to O'Quinn. Blks hustles back. Here comes Kuzminskis. 3-on-2 for the Raptors. DeRozan with the finish. Knicks call timeout.
Lowry vexing defense now on Randall.
DeRozan over Holiday. DeMar DeRozan now 8 for 9. He has 22 points. 10 seconds. DeRozan shoots over Lee. DeMar DeRozan now with 26 for the Raptors. Hernan Gomez up and over Ibaka, and it's rebounded by DeRozan.
Hernan Gomez was hell-bent to get that one off.
DeRozan up with the left hand, and he will head back to the free throw line. Baker underneath. Hernan Gomez.
Yeah, they made him rush that shot.
Here's DeRozan. He takes it all the way. 1 point, Knick lead. Half minute remaining in the third. DeRozan guarded by Randall. DeRozan takes it inside. 35 for DeMar DeRozan. Knick rookies score 64 points today, Clyde. Led by Billy Hernan Gomez, ties his season high with 24. No last second shot by the Raptors. And they defeat the Knicks 110-97. Knicks had the lead most of the way over the first 3 quarters. But a big fourth quarter, Toronto scoring 35 points, outscoring the Knicks 35-21 to the fourth.
And that swarming, suffocating defense by the Raptors shutting the Knicks down.
Ready for the 6-seed Bucks going up against the 3-seed Raptors. These Toronto fans always populating Jurassic Park outside Air Canada Center. And inside, you know they will be ready to go as well. There is DeRozan accessing the mid-range. DeRozan draws 2, now 3, still will reverse it home.
The guy gets to his spots.
DeRozan hooked, still finishes, and the foul.
Isaiah Thomas, Jay Crowder, they've been underestimated their entire career.
It has driven them to the 1 seed as DeRozan slinks his way to the layup. Right around Brogdon, lays it in. DeRozan cups it up and in. DeRozan this time got a round maker.
DeRozan posting up Brogdon and he'll knock down the mid-range jet. DeRozan with a hard push into the front court, drives to the basket, off to the left side. Lowry with a screen, slices, dishes, up and in. DeRozan, 6 to shoot. DeRozan drives left this time, double clutch, off the glass and in, with 3.2 to go. DeRozan down the lane, and 1. 6 to shoot. DeRozan hanging. 6 to shoot. DeRozan double team, turns the corner. The runner off the glass and in. DeRozan off the bounce. 10 to shoot for DeRozan. Guarded by Brogdon. And he answers. What a game.
DeRozan played tightly by Snell. You mentioned length. That's certainly the case with Tony Snell. Here's DeRozan able to knock it down. DeRozan got the step on Snell, works his way inside for his second field goal. DeRozan guarded by Snell with help from Dellavedova and is able to hit. They swing it. DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan. DeRozan got the step and hits the reverse. All right, Toronto back in possession. DeRozan with a rainbow. So the touch has returned for DeMar DeRozan. DeRozan sidestepping Snell, taking to the rim and scores. 12 points along with 5 rebounds for Giannis. 10 of the 12 here in the second quarter. And DeRozan, who has been on fire here in the second quarter, scores again to tie the game. DeRozan with the step and able to go glass. Here's DeRozan.
How tough is that, Mark?
As DeRozan takes to the rim. DeRozan played tightly by Snell. Pulls it up for the jumper. Yes!
DeRozan gets the screen. Timeout, Milwaukee. DeRozan splits the defense, pulls up and hits. Here's DeRozan with 7 to shoot. Off the dribble. And good.
Although Tony gave him too much space. Got to get into him a little more, forcing him left.
DeRozan to Ibaka. Five to shoot. DeRozan. Now Powell. Double teamed on the sideline. Skip pass, baseline, DeRozan. Great recognition by Kyle Lowry. DeRozan skipping. DeMar DeRozan now starting to warm up. Monroe loses it. Here's Tucker, baseline. DeRozan, extra pass, Joseph. DeRozan facing on Snell. Step back jumper. DeMar DeRozan with 15.
With a dive inside, they get the 2, and DeRozan puts it up and in. Here's DeRozan, there's the screen, Valanciunas, there's the drive by DeRozan. He's got 2 in a row as he takes it in.
A beautiful move, especially in the air to feel the contact and still be able to finish.
3-time All-Star Lowry. Here comes DeRozan, slicing for 2. Once again, takes it right to the rim. Powell P.J. Tucker, here's DeRozan. Plays college ball at SC. He'll accelerate and drive into a couple of bucks.
Oh man, great defense, but better offense there by DeMar DeRozan.
DeRozan, open lane. Hill sky, rejected inside. P.J. Tucker, triple.
But this is the pace now that Dwayne Casey and the Raptors have been looking for.
DeRozan back in. There's the drive off the baseline with a whistle.
Or are they calling it a goaltend?
Goaltend. Yes. Henson with the goaltending. This was a great drive right there by DeRozan.
And as soon as Maker went to the bench, DeRozan straight to the cup in the finish.
Here comes DeRozan. Met by Brogdon. Oh, with a good turn and a fake and a reverse. Oh, he pulled a Houdini. What a play by DeMar DeRozan.
He just turned Malcolm Brogdon all the way around with that fake.
And there's a drive by DeRozan, so he finds two.
Other than Giannis, where is the scoring going to come from for the Bucks?
The twist move thrown away. Another turnover. 9 of them for Milwaukee.
Wigman gave 5.
Oh, is that a little Euro step there by DeRozan to get by the fist on the defense?
Well,
he's fouled in the play.
I applaud Giannis after the turnover getting back into play here.
You were wondering how the Young Bucks would respond tonight, and they began well. They could not sustain it, and as Jason Kidd was saying, you know, this is good for us to go through this learning period. The process needs to be ingrained in a young team, and this is the first chance we've had as a group to go through this. And there's another nice 2 by DeRozan off the baseline. DeRozan has taken 15 now, 16 shots, and he scoops it home, and he's got 24. It's DeRozan with the drive.
What a shot. What a play by your go-to all-star in DeMar DeRozan.
It's Joseph. He'll be defended on the inbound by Terry. Shot clock is down to 6. Thonmaker is in. DeRozan by him and takes it up. Oh, he dropped one hard. 7-0 run by Toronto.
Need a 3 now. Absolutely. Length of the court. No timeouts left here for the Bucks.
Snell to inbound. It's intercepted by Patterson. And Toronto has won. They advance, winning on the road in the Game 6 for the first time.
And welcome everyone to Toronto and Air Canada Center. The first of a couple of great games. Big basketball tonight on ESPN after this one in San Antonio, minus Tony Parker in Houston. That series at 1-1 tomorrow night on ABC, a huge one. The Warriors in Salt Lake City, Utah, taking on the Jazz.
Yeah, this is the guy that's got to get going. They have to be able to get DeRozan. You see the trap real quick. Now he's got to find it. Perfect. You see, on that rotation now, a smaller guy is picking up Valanciunas. He's got to score the ball.
Serge Ibaka made the mid-range jump shot.
Now everybody's happy in the building now because he's 1 for 10 in the first quarter in the first 2 games. 1 for 10.
There's DeRozan, still hasn't gotten into the offense yet. And he draws the foul on J.R. Smith. And DeMar DeRozan, coach, we've talked about it a lot. He goes to the free throw line as much as anybody in the league.
That's right. Look at this. See, that's great. See, that's beautiful. I'm just so happy for him because he's such a good young man. He just signed a long contract here for Toronto, and you're happy about that because he has taken this franchise with his outstanding scoring under pressure in the fourth quarter.
Got all the way into the paint and finished over the top of Channing Frye.
See, by going to that side and then clearing it out, it forces Cleveland to make a decision to come back and trap. Well, the guys coming back right now can't handle him off the dribble.
DeRozan with the floater. Off glass.
Nice. We talk about a man playing with confidence. This is his building, and he's showing us right now that he's reading the trap well.
Shumpert dogging him on defense. Didn't matter. DeRozan with the mid-range jumper. Off of the screen, DeRozan guarded by Tristan Thompson. Made a little space, and that's what DeMar DeRozan does. DeRozan right now with 12 points. DeRozan bouncing back after scoring just 5 in the previous game. Ibaka.
There you go.
Starting to find his rhythm, hopefully a little bit for the Raptors' sake. He's got 12. DeRozan right down the middle with the left.
How about it?
Count it!
Gotta give it. Continuation. This will be interesting.
DeRozan over LeBron James for the bucket. And boy, DeRozan now with 21.
DeRozan rises up and fires right over the top of J.R. Smith. Kevin Love with 14. DeRozan! Oh, that brought rain! DeRozan with the step back. Oh, he is in rhythm right now. He is slaying. Shumpert could not have played that any better. Remember, Shumpert's 6'5". Shumpert was right in his face with the arm right up there. But see, in the middle of the floor, they can't get those double teams to him quick enough. DeRozan got a seam, and he finishes with the left. He's done it right from the first quarter. He has challenged the rim, and that's what you like. When a guy is having a difficult night, he's got to get to the rim to get the confidence and get the foul shots, and he's 10 for 10 on the line. DeRozan splits. Oh, there it is. Oh, he tried to punch it over Thompson, but drew the foul. Now, let me tell you. Was that something? That was some athletic move. DeRozan pulls his way through Kyrie Irving. Moved him out of the way with the ball seemingly. Shumpert with the steal, and this one is cooked, glazed, and ready to be sliced as the Cleveland Cavaliers will go up 3-0 in the series on the Raptors behind LeBron James, 35 points. Kevin Love had a good night as well with 16. Kyrie Irving also with 16, and Kyle Lowry never peeled off his sweats tonight.